Cool. So, where do we even begin? Let's start off with the anime stuff. Let's just get on with that. So, you're a big My Hero Academia fan?
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
It's a good show.
It's alright, isn't it? It does its job.
Yeah.
So, during the Anime Expo event that happened like 2 weeks ago, I think, they actually released a brand new anime short that's set after the main show ended. And it's basically about Eri, and it's just her performing in front of her friends, and you see Deku and Bakugo just sort of stand there and watch her perform her little song.
Interesting. I've not seen this.
It's called I Am a Hero 2. It's just a little bit more of the final episode. It was based on a short snippet that the mangaka did a couple of years ago. It's like a one-shot manga, and right. It's meant to come out digitally in August, so you won't see it until then. But a lot of fans were pretty mad because it's only 7 minutes long. They wanted it to be a bit longer than 7 minutes.
Of course, right? Because the last time we saw him, it was the OVA, and that's it.
And that was it.
Get more. Of course, 7 minutes isn't long enough.
Yeah.
But at least it's something, I can't really complain.
Some people actually recorded it and they released it online, so depending on where you see it, you could actually see the short, but it's in a camcorded 360p potato, so it's not the best quality.
It's not the best, yeah, and that's going to be taken out by copyright anyway. So.
Pretty much. So there's no point in that. But yeah, that's My Hero Academia. They also announced that they are planning new projects for the future, and many people are speculating that it's going to be a movie, like a fifth film coming out. That's the speculations.
Good one now. If there is a movie, they have to step up, because the last two have been disappointment.
Honestly, this might be a hot take, but the last three, I'm not the biggest fans on the My Hero Academia films. I think the first one's probably the best, if I'm being honest.
I like the second. It's like when Bakugo...
I don't really remember that one, actually.
The One for All?
All I remember were two little kids just cheerleading on Deku and Bakugo, and then Bakugo gets the power, and that's it.
The story isn't great, but it's always the action that stands out.
Yeah.
The final fight for movie 2 was pretty cool.
But it's so infuriating that they put all of that energy into those movies, and yet season 4 and 5 were suffering,
Yes.
Where was that energy for those seasons? Season 5 was meant to be the peak season, My Villain Academia, but it was it was just underwhelming, They should have put more energy into that, but they didn't, so that was a bit disappointing. But hopefully this fifth movie will be set after the time skip, so we get more of the cast doing their thing.
Oh, that would be amazing, yes.
Because we did have the More episode, which is after the main story ended, and then the Eri episode is set after that special that we saw in May. So hopefully if a movie is planned, then hopefully it will be set after. Maybe we see what peak Shoto, peak Bakugo look like in their adult forms, battling villains, but they are in a time of peace, so I don't know there's going to be a villain like Shigaraki or Dabi anymore,
That's always the hardest part, right? What would be the next villain, and how, would you build him up to be the next big bad without diminishing what Shigaraki has done, That's a weird fine line to walk across.
Yeah, maybe we could go outside of Japan, because Shigaraki and Dabi are Japanese villains, so maybe what are the villains like in America or Spain or Poland or Egypt?
Yeah, Egypt, that guy. That mummy guy.
Yeah, what are they like? Like, who knows?
Oh, I'd love to see that. That
That'd be
is the
sick.
case.
But yeah, that's My Hero Academia. In other news, we got a brand new Black Clover trailer for season 2. I know you haven't seen Black Clover yet, so I probably won't show you any scenes. But trailer is
Saying
out.
season 2 is a bit misleading.
Yeah,
Because this.
it's really a season 5 if we're being honest,
Yes, yeah.
not season 2. But yeah, it's. I think they're doing that to just bring in new people. If they call it season 5, people will look at that and be like, "Oh no," you know. So they're kind of like, I think that's kind of why. But it's like what 170 episodes of season 1. It's not too bad. It's not too bad.
Is it? Right, yeah.
But yeah, the trailer came out. It looks great. I think it looks awesome. I'm really hyped for Black Clover. Probably my most anticipated show of the year, I think, when it comes to anime.
Or the rest of 2026.
There's not really a whole lot coming out this year that I'm looking forward to.
Fair enough.
I know
yeah,
there's the Dragon Ball Super remake coming out. But I mean, I've already seen it twice, so
And it's just updated visuals anyway.
yeah.
So
It's the
again,
Moro arc with the Galactic Patrol that I'm looking forward to. That's coming out in
Yes.
2027.
That's the big one.
That's what I'm looking
That's
forward
the
to. But yeah, it is definitely Black Clover. Bleach is a strange one because I do like the show, but I won't lie, that 3-episode movie special they showed in the cinemas was a bit underwhelming, you know. It's mainly set up for the final season, so it's just the characters just, you know, gearing into place.
So this was what, filler?
No,
Or
it's
is
all
this
canon.
actual
It's canon. It's
All
it's
canon, okay.
it's just they're gearing up for the final like confrontation. So it's
Oh, so it's just set up
yeah,
chapters or
it's just
set up.
characters talking, interacting. There was
Right,
some
okay.
cool sequences, but it sort of felt like I was just watching a regular TV anime. It didn't really feel like it needed to be in the cinemas.
Did have
you
that
know.
movie feel. Okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
It wasn't like JJK season 2 and 3 because I think for season 3 they released the first 2 episodes. That felt more like a movie. It felt more like movie quality, you know. Whereas with Bleach it just felt like a regular anime episode. It's not bad, but it wasn't great, you know. I ended up being annoyed, you know, wasting my money on that. I was like, I could have just waited. I could have just waited.
When is this final season out? When is
It's
it
coming
begin?
out, I think this week. It starts this week.
This week. Okay. Right, because I finished Beyblade. I will start the next series of Beyblade, and then I guess I'll start Bleach as well.
Yeah, after Beyblade. Finish all of Beyblade and then you can do Bleach.
Finish all of Beyblade. Okay.
Or the
So
Met.
I am on a time limit with Disney Plus.
Oh, okay,
That clock is ticking down. But I don't know when it ends.
fair
There's a
enough.
free trial. Not a free trial, but there's a free promotion that I've got 6 months.
Oh, 6 months. Okay, that's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay,
Thank you, Uber Eats.
nice. How long does it last?
I don't remember when I redeemed the code.
Oh dear.
It might have been 3 months ago.
It kind of sucks that Disney is the only place to watch it on.
I know, man. I know.
But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, Bleach. Yeah, after Beyblade, yeah, that should be your next show. I mean, it's gonna be weekly, so honestly, by the time it's done, I'm sure you will be very close to finishing your binge. You know.
Hopefully, yeah.
But yeah, Bleach. That is Bleach in a nutshell. I think there was a new trailer that came out. It looks fine. It's a bit spoilery though, I think. They showed a bit too much. They showed spoilers that I actually saw in the manga like years ago. I never read the manga, but I did see those same spoilery moments, you know.
Yeesh, that's not good.
No. I was like, oh, they're showing this? This is the...
How are the openings? Are the openings filled with spoilers as well, like Naruto?
That's a good
Or is it
question.
like
let
a
me...
One Piece
let me have a
they just do
think.
everything?
I think there is one particular opening that is kind of spoilery, but it's very vague. It's almost like the way they animate those openings, it almost feels like a dream in a way. They do show you spoilery moments, but
Okay.
it's kind of vague. But there are a couple which is like, okay, this is mega spoilery, you know,
Okay.
like it
Because
shows you.
One Piece does it the best when it comes to openings because Luffy is just fighting Akainu and then he's fighting Blackbeard and he's just fighting anyone. Nothing to do with the actual story at all. But Bleach, that's more like I guess Naruto then.
Yeah,
When it
it's
comes to
kind of
spoilers.
like a little bit. I think it's better than Naruto. Naruto is just full blown spoilers, but Bleach is a bit
Same
better.
studio. As
Yeah,
well. It's the same
Period.
studio of Naruto. Yeah.
I think the One Piece openings have always been a bit spoilery in my eyes. I think some of the pre-time skip ones when they're in Water 7 and even
Potentially.
Sabodi, like they do show you plot details. Like one of them shows Ace's spirit pushing Luffy to reach his hat and symbolizing that he died. It's like, what?
Oh, that's after that arc.
I thought that was during it. I
Was
could
it
be wrong.
during it?
I could be wrong.
No way, because I've watched all the openings while it's while I was watching it, and I had no indication of that's a spoiler, or that's a spoiler. I wasn't thinking of any of that. Crazy.
But yeah.
Like without context, you won't. It doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't want to see where the characters are going to go in their next location.
Yeah.
Because Bleach, there is one where they're in the middle of an arc, but they're showing you in the new opening where they're going to go next, and it's like, oh, that's
Right.
they ruined the surprise, you know.
Yeah, because
It's-
Naruto is like that. Because Naruto
Yeah.
just spoils character reveals. It spoils new forms.
I will say this: the
It-
first maybe 2 or 3 openings aren't. Oh no, actually, the first two are safe, but then the third one is spoilery.
Damn, that's not
You
filling
know.
me with a lot of hope.
Yeah, it's like
Gosh.
it's like two. The first two is spoiler free. The third one is spoilery. Shows you a fight that you don't know is going to happen. But if you do watch the show, you can kind of see where it's going to go. Like even when you look at the poster, you're like, okay. Like there is one. Like the first season poster does kind of show you where things are going to go, but that's like in the first arc. So this is old
Okay.
school. This is like old news. But yeah, I will say this about Bleach. Out of all the big 3, I think Bleach is the best anime when it comes to consistent art and animation. Like, unlike with Naruto and One Piece, their art styles are a little bit inconsistent. There are episodes where it's good, but then it kind of falls off. I feel like with Bleach, it's always consistently good. You know, they never really drop the ball. Even in like the early seasons, I think the art looks good.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah.
I like hearing that.
I think this might be a hot take. I think it's the best animated show in the big 3. Hot
And do you
take.
know what helps
Hot
it
take.
as
Yeah.
well? Is that it went on hiatus for a long time and they
Yeah.
didn't stretch out the animation where it would have had those dips like
Yeah.
One Piece and Naruto. Instead, they just like fully just cut it off, ended production on it,
hmm
and then come back 20
Yeah.
years later. So that's probably helped in it keeping it maintaining its quality. To be honest.
Yeah. And I don't think like it has the One Piece pacing problems where they stretch scenes out. I think they kind of get to the point. I think there gets a point where there's a lot of characters in the show, but I don't know. I guess I kind of like it a little bit, but at the same time, it can be a bit overwhelming. You know, it's like, whoa, all these different characters, they're all doing their thing. It becomes an ensemble, essentially. Like, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like all these different characters are doing their own thing. They've kind of got their goals. But it is the Ichigo show at the end of the day, you know.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
get what you're saying. Yeah.
But I'm very sad that you've been spoiled on the eyes and stuff. I think that if you didn't know
That's
anything,
that's like Madara, dude.
if you
Like,
if you
there's no
yeah,
way. There's
uh,
the Aizen's. It's like there are certain characters in these shows that are just bigger than the name of the show. Like Madara is just bigger than Naruto.
because I had no
His
idea about
reputation is
Aizen. I
just
had no idea. And when you're watching it,
Aizen
you
was
think, oh
okay.
man, like when you're introduced to him, he's this like, I don't want to spoil too much, but you know the twist with him. You know who he is
He's
now.
okay, spoilers, but
Yeah,
he is a good. He's presented as a good guy, and then
yeah,
he is a flip, and then it's always actually a bad guy, which is
yeah.
funny because the same plot twist has happened in Fairy Tail, which I didn't see happening. So I did have my eyes and moment in Fairy Tail, which is arguably the worst show, but I did enjoy Fairy Tail. Yeah, that's funny.
I will say, yeah. I mean, there are other like interesting story elements, things later on where I'm like, oh, I did not see that happening. In fact, I don't want to show you any more from this screen because,
Okay.
yeah, because I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh dear.
Yeah, I'm looking at his Reddit. Is Bleach a genuinely good anime? It's right there.
Yeah,
Ichigo looks cool as hell, dude.
yeah,
I don't even know. I don't even know what's going on. He looks
yeah.
sick.
It's he might be the coolest protagonist in the big three. Like he's really
Yeah.
cool.
Oh,
He's really
easily.
cool.
Easily.
No hate on Luffy or Naruto. I think Luffy's
He
my
does look a
favorite.
bit like Naruto, to be fair. He does
Yeah,
look like.
when I did watch the show, I did confuse Bleach and Naruto because they do have very bright hair colors, but personality wise, they are very different. Like it's a bit of a whiplash when you watch it. If you go into Bleach expecting Naruto-ish main character, it's going to be yeah, kind of, but not really. You know.
He's not speaking to people seeking peace. He's straight
I
up.
won't say anything more. I think
Okay.
it's a show that you need to experience. So
Okay.
yeah.
Dub or sub?
Now, this is interesting because Bleach, rewatching this show in dub changed my opinion a lot. So before, like 10 years ago, I think, I did watch the whole show in sub. And, you know, you watch it for what it is and you think it's cool. But then I kind of stopped watching the Bleach show for a while after a big fight happened, which is very towards the end of the first main show. Didn't watch it until the Thousand Year Blood War arc was confirmed. Then I went back and rewatched the dub, and I was like, "Wow, do I prefer the dub than the sub?" And I think the sub is great, but I don't know. It's
Um,
something about the dub. Do you know who Johnny Young Bosch is?
That's what I was going to say. It has him
He's
in it.
Ichigo.
He's the
Yeah,
main
he's the
guy.
main
Yeah, he's
character.
Ichigo. Yeah, I know
So
who he is, and he's good. He's
if
very
if
talented.
you like him, then you're gonna like this show a lot. And it doesn't have
Awesome.
any of the Dragon Ball dubs that I can remember. It's all like they are all.
There's no nepotism here.
There's no
Is what you're
nepotism.
saying.
There's probably one nepotism, but I won't tell you who it is because I think the moment I
That's
tell you,
good.
you're not gonna get that voice out of your head.
Okay.
But they do
I'll
a
see if
good
I can
job.
spot it.
Like I think it's kind of. But you have not watched the Naruto dub, have you?
I have. I started with the Naruto.
Oh,
dub.
you have.
I
Okay.
started with the dub.
So there is one nepotism in the sub and one nepotism in the dub.
Okay.
I won't tell you who,
interesting.
but it's like in the sub, it's more obvious who it is.
Okay, because I was going to say, with the sub, I do find it difficult to recognize voice actors, except for Zoro's voice. He is so blatantly obvious. Oh, that's Zoro's voice actor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's clearly Zoro. And whenever he shows up, oh, that's Zoro. But anyone else, it's so hard to tell if
Okay.
it's the same voice actor.
Well, in the sub, there is one main character. There's one like character who's a
Oh, and
recurring
Luffy's,
character
sorry, and
who,
Luffy's voice
yeah,
actor.
and Luffy's as well. But there is one in the sub where you're like, oh, it's you.
Oh,
But
interesting.
it gets it was a bit distracting when I did watch it at first, but then it's like, okay, I got used to it. But in the dub,
How-
it's different.
How early on is that that character shows up?
Like
Same voice
episode
actor.
4 or 5.
Okay, I want to check out both now. To be honest with you, this is
Yeah.
if I can recognize it.
I don't know. What do you prefer to watch? How do you prefer anime, sub or dub? Like
It's-
it
it's
depends
all-
on you, you know.
It's funny because this is in that type of era. Back when I was watching Naruto for the very first time, those shows I watched in dub. So if I watched the Bleach back then, it would have been in dub because that would have been my preferred way of watching it. And then when Naruto got to a point where dub is finished and I'll have to wait a few months for the next batch, no way, I'm ending on this cliffhanger because it always ends on a cliffhanger. So I switched to sub, and that sub got me all the way up to the Great Ninja War, back when Naruto is fighting Kurama.
Okay.
And then that ended, and then I had to wait weekly for the sub. But the sub just opened my eyes to just better voice acting, to be honest
That's
with you,
true.
because
Yeah.
it's just better directing, if anything.
Yeah, I get your point. But I will say this, the dub did make me like this show a lot more than when I first
Okay,
watched it.
okay,
That's all I say. Because I did watch the whole show in sub, and but watching it in dub, it did make me appreciate the show a lot more. Like I actually understood more of what was happening. You know, I was able to focus a bit more.
okay. One critique with English dub, um, when it comes to like voice acting direction, there is a strict time limit, so they're not gonna have a lot of time to do like retakes. Whereas the sub, I would assume they would have like no redo it, redo it, redo it to get this tone right, redo it, redo it. And I don't think the dub would have that same service, so that's why sub is more superior than the dub, and that's why I prefer sub over dub. If
Oh,
that
that's
makes
fair
sense.
enough.
Whereas,
Yeah,
like Toy Story, for example, you know,
that's an
uh,
American production. Like
Tom Hanks,
they
they do like a
design
hundred takes.
they design
You
the
know,
animation around those actors. You
yeah,
know.
yeah. They do like hundreds of takes to get that right tone. So
Yeah. So it's not too
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
But yeah, cool. But that's Bleach in a nutshell. In fact, that was Black Clover, then it went into Bleach. But yeah. Next up, I don't know if you've heard about this, but Solo Leveling is getting a movie.
I did hear of this. Yeah, so this will be, and the annoying thing is, it just went into production.
Yeah.
It. What have you been doing for the past year? What? What? What do you mean now it's going into production? Oh dear. So we're not going to be seeing this film until like 2028 or
No,
something.
2027. Like I
But
think
oh wait,
it's there are a lot of speculations, and I think it's true that it's coming out in 27. Like
no way.
that's what I
It
think.
just entered production.
Because DNC Media, which is like part of the production committee, did release like a sort of report saying what animes they are currently confirmed in their schedule, and it said Solar Leveling season 3 could be released between 2027 and 2028, and Crunchyroll titled this movie as Solar Leveling season 3 the movie. So I'm guessing season 3 is going to be this film. So it could be
Yes, yes, it
mid
will be.
27. But yeah, it looks like they are in production, not just started it. So I'm guessing that they're still working
No,
on
because
it.
it's officially in production. So I assume, oh, we just started production.
Oh, I
Like there was
just yeah.
pre-production, and now they're officially in production. So there was a lot of like setting up, I guess, like hiring. Oh, let's schedule these voice actors to come in at this certain time, or let's get the storyboard lined out, whatnot, and then they get into production, and then this is officially the stage of like, oh, we're gonna start drawing now. I guess. I assume. I don't know how that actually works.
Honestly, who knows? Let's hope that it comes out soon. I do want it to come out very soon.
Seems.
But with that out of the way, let us move on to another big news update. I don't know if you've heard about this little show that's getting a remake, but Naruto, they are looking for a live action Team 7. And Destin is looking for Asian or mixed Asian actors between 16 to 20 to play the Team 7 characters.
Dude, when I saw this news drop, I was shocked. I didn't think Naruto would ever get a live action adaptation.
Oh,
But
I feel
here
like
we
I've
are,
known about this for like a
2026.
couple of months now. Like, I think there were rumors and leaks that a live action was in production, but now it's officially confirmed now. But yeah,
I mean, technically, it's still not in production. It's
it's in
pre-production.
pre-production. Yeah, they're just looking for actors.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a
Wow. I'm
movie.
happy.
Yeah,
Yeah. No TV series, no Netflix stuff. Just straight to the cinema. Which, let's be real, let's be honest, it's gonna flop. Doing it like this. Like these no-named
yeah.
actors and bro, you're gonna have to have Tom Hanks as Kakashi. Let's be real. If you want
Yeah,
this to sell, you're gonna have to like get Tom Hanks as Jiraiya or some shit. You know, like
you need
this is
like a
crazy.
legendary actor to
Live
play.
action movies don't work anymore. You know, you need to have that TV series spin-off instead.
I
But
kind of thought this as well, but then I thought about the first arc of Naruto, and it kind of does work as a film. You know, it starts off with Naruto in the village. He gets to know Team 7, and then they go to the land of the waves. That could be like, you know, is it the land of the waves where they meet Zabizar?
yes. The very
And
first arc. Yeah.
and then that could be like the halfway point of the film, and then it could end with Naruto and the gang heading back to the village and the tuning exams begin, and then that could be like the first movie done and dusted. Or maybe like they kind of like
That would be
I
too
can
confusing for the
kind of
general
see it.
audience, though.
Yeah.
Two arcs, that's too confusing.
If it's
I
like
would
a
say it will be just the Land of Waves.
if it's like
is
a
the only
2.5 hour long movie, I could see that happen. You know, if it's like around that length.
What they would have to do is end the Land of Waves in the first act.
But is that arc even long? It just sort of felt like they were there, they listened to the kid, and
It felt long. Yeah, it did feel. If I'm honest with you, it did feel long.
I think the anime just sort of padded
30
stuff out,
chapters.
if I'm being honest.
I think that arc was like 30, 40 chapters.
Because
I'm
I could
not
I could
100%
see
sure.
all of that just be about a good 50 minutes, you know.
No, I say less, dude. It's going to be like a footnote.
Because I'm looking at the One Piece live action and I'm like,
But this is a movie, dude. It's going to be an hour and 30 minutes. It's not 2 hours. It's not. I think they're going to like.
because how
get in
long
and- yeah.
was Whiskey Peak in the manga and anime, that arc?
I have no idea.
Because that was a couple of episodes, wasn't it, in the anime? When they're at Whiskey Peak and then
Yes.
Zora fights those guys and then
It
Vivi
was just
announces.
two episodes, right?
Was it 2? I thought it was like 5 or 6. To be fair, I'm going to type it in Google. How many episodes? How many episodes?
Does Laboon count in that, or was that separate?
No, that's separate. Whiskey Peak in One Piece anime. Oh, it's only 4 episodes. Okay. So that's an hour and 20 worth of content. Like, I can see, and I don't know, I can see them just covering the Land of Waves in this movie, and then it ends with them going back to the village, and then the tuning exams begin, and then movie 2 will just be the whole tuning exams, and it will end with Naruto fighting Gaara, and that could be like, that whole tuning exams could just be that whole clash with Orochimaru and all that. And then the third movie could be them looking for Tsunade, and then it leads to Naruto and Sasuke fighting for the first time, and then it ends with them finding Sasuke, and then the fifth one,
No way, that's so
I don't know,
much
would
for
that be a
first
lot?
movie.
Yeah,
That would be so much, dude. I
yeah,
just think it's because there's so many characters in Naruto, you don't want to shove them all into
Yeah.
one movie. Like, I'm even including the tuning exams as well. 'Cause
Yeah.
So many characters are introduced.
I mean,
So that's why I'm thinking the Land of Waves, it will be very short, like 30 minutes.
yeah,
It wouldn't be that long. Because you don't want to overstay your welcome and then get introduced with a lot of characters
yeah,
and new, dynamics and stuff. So it'll be, I think, I wouldn't be surprised if they do Land of Waves in the first 10 minutes, to be honest with you. And you have the Zabuza fight in the first 10 minutes. That wouldn't surprise me at all.
that would not,
And
that
then
would
you
not.
do the tuning exams.
Honestly, yeah, again, it depends on the length. I mean, We're in an era where we have 3-hour movies. Like, could we get a 3-hour
But
Naruto movie?
anime movie? Hell
Live
no,
action.
dude. Hell no.
Would people
You
be
don't want
willing?
people falling asleep. Hell no.
Yeah,
If,
I
if
mean,
you wanted a 3-hour movie, this should have been a TV series.
yeah.
2 hours, sorry.
I don't know why they didn't do that. That's very surprising.
I guess it's because Kishimoto wanted this specific director, and he only does movies potentially.
Maybe that could be.
Shang-Chi, you know, like
That
the
could be a
action in that
possibility.
Sort of fits.
I guess so.
Did you watch the Spider-Man documentary?
I saw him in it. Yeah, I did see. He was like
That's
being
a
interviewed.
funny segue. I think that's where Kishimoto, I guess, linked up with Destin, because of Destin was directing Brand New Day, and then I guess they like, hey, do you want to direct Naruto? I want you for this project. I guess that's what's probably happened. Who knows? Do
Honestly,
we
who
know
knows?
what the company is? Who's producing the Naruto movie?
No one knows actually. It's just
studio's
live
behind it?
action. Naruto live action. There's literally no confirmation on who the studio is going to be. Oh no, there is Lionsgate.
Lionsgate? Oh, it's dead. The film's dead.
Lionsgate.
Anywho,
Interesting.
one funny thing about the Spider-Man documentary is how justified I feel in liking the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Because Kishimoto, just out of all the movies he picked and said that he really liked, was Amazing Spider-Man 2. So I'm like, yo, I think that's why I love Naruto so much. Because we have similar tastes.
Nice, nice. I mean, I haven't watched that film in a while, and maybe before this new one comes out, I might go back and rewatch all of them.
Oh, please do, yeah.
You know what? I think I will. I've got them all on Blu-ray, so why not? Why not?
Dude, what? It was like a jump scare just seeing Kishimoto there. Like, what we. Why is he there? Why was he in the documentary? But it makes sense, I guess, because the link between him and Destin.
Yeah.
Doing the same film and whatnot.
But let's hope this film's
That
going to
was
be good.
awesome.
Let's hope it's going to be good.
I hope so. I am rooting for it, but yeah.
Let's hope it's better than the live-action Avatar. And speaking of the live-action Avatar...
Live action Dragon Ball Evolution. Holy.
Holy. Where was this?
As a kid, I actually liked that film.
I've never seen it.
It's so bad. You have to watch it and laugh at it.
I've seen clips on TikTok, but I don't know if I want to
Goku goes to high school, dude. It's
torture
so funny.
myself. Okay, Avatar. Where is it?
So what is with
here it
Avatar?
is.
Was it?
Here it
was
is.
Is it bad? Is it
So the live action actually got less views than the main animated movie trailer. And yeah, apparently the live action, the ratings have fallen from season 1. I'm trying to find the ratings for that.
good? Oh no.
Avatar. Let's have a look. Yeah, here it is.
I mean, to be fair, like everyone loves the animation, right? 2D animation.
Here it is. So season 1 in the first 4 days, 21.2 million. Season 2 in the first 4 days, only 8.7 million.
Yeah, that's not looking so good.
59% loss. I think it
Wow,
was
like-
really because of season 1, if I'm being honest. I think a lot of people were put off by season 1. They changed
didn't stick
way
around,
too
yeah.
much, and people just gave up on it. You know, I don't really blame them. I mean, overall, I did like season 2 a bit more than season 1. I think they did fix some issues from season 1.
Those changes came a bit too late.
They
you
were a
know?
bit too late,
So-
but I still also don't think it's fantastic. I still think there are problems in season 2, which it's still the same issues. It's like they fix some things, but then there are other things that they didn't fix, which is like, you know.
Yeah, I seen the thing with what's her name? The Earthbender. What's it? I can't
Tough.
remember her name. Toph, and there's like a side plot with her and her mum.
Yeah.
Uh, don't know what that's about.
It's just pretty much her wanting Tough to stay at home and not. She doesn't want her to be with the Avatar and to go out into the world because she sees her as weak. You know. And then it's revealed that Toph's mom basically sold weapons to the Fire Nation.
Oh, do you know
And
what? That actually sounds sick.
yeah,
Okay, that actually sounds interesting.
and I think there was like a whole debacle with that, and then she got angry, and there's like a line that many people think is cringy where she announces that she is the strongest not metal earthbender. It's like she's telling the audience instead of showing the audience.
Right,
It's a
yeah,
very
yeah.
tell don't show season, if I'm being honest, where characters are just sitting in very desaturated locations just talking. Like this show is so
Yeah.
grey looking. It has no color, there's no vibrancy. It's
I mean, it
pretty.
clearly looks like a set. It clearly looks like
Yeah,
like a stage
yeah.
when I'm looking at this.
I think with Netflix they keep blurring the background, so that's why it looks very fake.
Yeah.
Like a lot of Netflix shows, they blur the backgrounds and then they make the characters more in focus, so it looks like they're standing in front of like a poster. It doesn't look like it's a
Yeah.
real set.
Yeah.
Then there's all the controversy surrounding the casting for like May, Azula. It's like
Yeah.
there's all that as well. But for me, it's more about not capturing the same rhythm, but at the same time, because it was so long ago since I saw season 2 of the animated show, I did forget a lot of like the finer details. So because of that, I wasn't as critical compared to season 1. So it might be one of those things where maybe you should just jump into it without really thinking about the animated show, because when you do that, it's not that bad.
Okay. It is always hard doing a live action adaptation, even like One Piece has its difference.
Yeah.
But obviously these changes comes with like positives and negatives and stuff like that. But surprisingly, it's just worked in One Piece's favor, and I think that's because the original author is behind the series as well.
Yeah. When you
So
have
for
when
it,
you have the creator on board,
yeah,
it's always going to end up being good.
yeah,
I think that's what gives me a little bit of faith in the remake of Naruto with Kishimoto by Destined side. Hopefully it will be good.
yeah. Hopefully, I actually not seen anything of them suggesting that he'll be back, like helping Destin. To be honest with you, but we'll see how it goes.
We will see. We will see. And in other news, speaking of Avatar, the Aang movie is actually releasing in cinemas for a limited time in America, in LA and New York. A lot of people are mad about this because they want it to be a worldwide release instead of a limited release. So,
I'm
yeah,
actually surprised by that, sorry, because the film is already out technically because it was leaked online.
yeah,
But people just like still demanding it for it to be released in theaters. Like,
yeah.
good on them. Good on them for pushing Paramount
And
to get
honestly,
this
like
limited
some
time.
cinemas in America are extending that release date, so hopefully that will come to the UK as well. I hope. Avatar has like a convention happening, I think today or tomorrow. Hopefully they will announce something big when it comes to the release.
Avatar 2.
Hopefully. But I have not even seen this film. I haven't seen the trailers or anything. Just seen the
You know what?
poster.
Yeah, I didn't watch the leaks. I'm surprised by myself because usually I wouldn't jump on it, but I didn't. I just chose not to watch it.
Yeah, I just didn't bother watching it. I wanted to see it legally when it's legal to watch it. But yeah. Plus I had other things to watch, so I didn't really think too much of it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But with that out of the way, Oh yeah, we got another big. Oh, that's not really. We'll talk about that later. Um, we're still on the anime talk. So, in other, well, not other news, but we all know Steel Ball Run is coming out in October, and I
Right.
actually went back and rewatched the original show of the JoJo.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I went back to watch part one, and I honestly thought I finished the whole show, but I didn't. I only went up to halfway of part two, and I never finished it for some reason, and I was kind of surprised. I was like, oh, I guess because I keep seeing memes and clips online that I just assumed that I completed it. So I actually went back and finished part two, and I just started part three. And I think what made me realize I didn't finish it was this insane plot twist at the end of part two. I'm like, oh, that was unexpected, and it was pretty cool. Part two is pretty good. It's a bit boring, but it's not bad. I think it gets better towards the end. Part three is where it's at, I think. Like, that's when it gets interesting. So yeah,
And this is Jotaro, right? I'm guessing.
so part one is Joseph, part two is it Johnny? And part three, yeah, it might be Jotaro, I think. Yeah. I think so. I forgot
Okay,
his
that's just
name.
me guessing. I don't know. I have
Because
not seen the series.
all of these JoJo guys are just called JoJo. Like, they just,
Oh,
it's
fair
like
enough.
Doctor Who, essentially. It's like each season there's a new person who takes on the name JoJo. You know?
Is it a different like era, like a time skip?
Yeah, it's like
or
a
is it the
time
same?
skip. It's a time skip.
Okay,
So it's like the
okay.
descendants of the original JoJo, essentially.
Okay, interesting.
It's very cool, actually. You know, it's surprisingly interesting. But yeah, I'll be continuing that and see where it goes. But that's that. Still on the anime talk, we may as well just talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! And Beyblade, since we're on the anime talk.
Awesome. Yeah, yeah.
So, because I've been watching a lot of other stuff, I didn't really watch too many Yu-Gi-Oh! Episodes, but I did manage to see 7 episodes, which is
That's better than nothing. to be
better than
honest with
nothing, honestly. And I have a lot to say. I wrote a lot of notes down, so let us how am I gonna do this? Yu-Gi-Oh! Episode 49. How am I gonna do this? Let me do this. Get that up here. And get my notes out. Okay. I watched some of these episodes like last week, so I don't even remember what I wrote down.
Yeah, same. I've watched Beyblade last week, and I was expecting to speak about it on last week Saturday, but
Yeah.
we couldn't do it. It was too hot.
But let me read these notes down. So, episode 49. I didn't realize that the game is recorded so everyone can see the game. I really liked the line Yugi said, without strategy, power is just an empty threat. Joey was awesome giving Yugi that inspirational speech to Yugi. It should have come across as cringe as he is wearing that dog suit, but no. I only realized that Yugi's grandfather has his eyes, like they have the same eye shape. Didn't realize that until this episode. I guess I wasn't paying attention to Yugi's grandfather. Wow, the twin sword slash attack by Yugi had crazy PNGs. I thought grandfather was going to happen. Wait, what? I thought something grand was going to happen. But no, just limited animation. Damn, that org monster thing that Devon had was a lot more powerful than I expected. He attacked Yugi's twin sword guy once and then he disappeared. That Orgot, the Relentless, is really a big threat. Would be nice if Yugi had that monster as part of his team. Why does this Yu-Gi-Oh! Dice game remind me of Tetris? The ending of this battle was a lot more happy-go-lucky than I expected. Very surprised that Devon apologized. Episode 50. I was so confused. As I played the next episode, it just played the Japanese version. It looks like the Crunchyroll version continues the next episode as season 2. Very weird. So it is a new arc. I noticed with this new arc almost immediately that the picture of this season looks a little brighter and softer. Yugi is a fool giving his puzzle to the fortune guy. This Yugi duel is interesting as he has to fight this guy on his own. Wow, didn't expect Keith to be the one behind the cloak who was possessed. It did surprise me how that couch guy was so gullible in believing that Taya... Wait, ignore that. Wow, couch guy was so gullible in believing that Taya's story on her sick cat. These side characters are very lame. Episode 51. Is it me or has Bakura started to look extra evil this new season? Even his voice sounds deeper. Did the child voice actor grow up in between seasons? Bro, Keith is looking rough in the first half of the episode. The artist did a good job at capturing his possession. Bakura can now access the Yugi puzzle by putting his energy into it. Is he like Voldemort from Harry Potter putting his soul into the Horcruxes? Will Bakura be able to access the inner Yugi puzzle thing? Bakura wants all the golden puzzles to rule the world and get unlimited power, but this guy kept talking and yapping over and over again that I didn't believe for 1 second that he will achieve his goal. I do think and predict that Yugi is going to defeat him later on in the future. I was a bit shocked that Yugi was able to put his puzzle back together again after it was destroyed. I was expecting that to take days. Joey and Tristan are the goats and saving Yugi in the end, that was pretty cool. Taya saying the obvious at the end was a little too much. How people are after Yugi. That moment felt like the studio needed to remind fans on what was happening in the show. It felt very expositionary. Next episode, season 2, episode 3. Wow, this episode was heavy lore dump. Yugi's bedroom reminds me of Hey Arnold's bedroom with the glass roof. Is Taya having visions of the future like the Jaeger bomb from Attack on Titan? She dreamt that Yugi goes to Egypt and walks into a pyramid. Then Seto Kaiba and the Egyptian lady had a crazy moment. The Yu-Gi-Oh game is finally revealed in this episode what it's all about. The cards were once magical beasts that were out of control, and the Pharaoh guy, who is the inner Yu-Gi-Oh spirit, sealed them all into stone tablets. Evil people wanted to cause chaos and destruction and created a civil war. It's revealed that Kaiba and Yugi are the descendants of the Pharaoh and the Sorcerer. The Pharaoh actually annoyed me as he sat in his chair thinking he had the high ground and didn't do anything to stop the Sorcerer in the flashback from using the blue-eyed white dragon. I am very curious to see what the new top 3 cards are going to be that Kaiba is looking for. The Winged Beast card looks the most interesting, but it is what the Egyptian lady said that really caught my attention. She told him that he is going to actually return the card back to her and that he has no choice. Is it a part of destiny? But Kaiba, being Kaiba, doesn't care. He wants to make his own path. I think Kaiba's mission to find the next 2 cards may not go well. I think he's going to fail and something bad is going to happen. I wonder if Bakura actually knows all about this. Plus, what do the Millennial Puzzles have to do with the Yu-Gi-Oh cards? Are all of the golden millennial puzzles containing the spirits of the original rulers from ancient times? Like Yugi being the pharaoh inside of his puzzle. So maybe Bakura has actually a spirit of the sorcerer who fought and destroyed the pharaoh army in the past. Also, how does this Egyptian lady know all of this information? Is she some sort of descendant from the pharaoh? I do wish we saw Pegasus try to attempt to use one of those major 3 cards but actually failed to control them. That would have been cool, but no, we didn't. I have a theory. Maybe Taya is actually a descendant of the Egyptians who once were a part of the pharaoh army. Maybe that's why she can see visions of the future. Season 2, episode 4. I am a little surprised that the inner pharaoh Yu-Gi-Oh spirit guy is actually around a lot more usual in this episode. Overall, this episode was great. I like the Taya and Yugi spirit bonding in this episode. Johnny being a jerk to them got humbled by Taya dancing. That was fun to watch. And I like how Taya told Johnny to stop running away from his fears and to confront his inner demons. Season 2, Episode 5. So the inner spirit Yugi has a name, Yami, the same name as the captain of the Black Bulls in Black Clover. I like how Yami is starting to feel like a character instead of a Yoda-type spirit guiding Yugi. Kaiba's new fit looks stellar. Is it to me, or has Mokuba grown a bit since the last season? The Kaiba training sequence was fine, but that blue goat giant thing card looked insane. Possibly the biggest looking card ever. That Egyptian god goat card thing has tremendous power. Kaiba on the helicopter reminded me of Ryuga challenging Jinga when he was on the helicopter in the survival battle. May thinking Yami and Taya were on a date might be foreshadowing to the future. Could there be a love triangle between Yami, Yugi and Taya? Wasn't expecting all of those contestants from the Pegasus tournament to return. Honestly, they were some of the worst parts about that first arc, especially the blue head boy. I found them all to be very annoying and they dragged the story on. I hope there will be new characters to replace those annoying old characters. And the villain? The new guy in the hooded robe does look interesting. Season 2, Episode 6. I am guessing that the Yugi gang are around 16 or 17 years old, as Tristan just turns up in a motorcycle. Like, what? This is a nice, heartwarming episode with Joey being the focus. I was expecting that his little sister was going to be like 8 or 7, but she's 14? What? Okay. The parent and sis storyline went on for only 1 episode, which is good. They just really streamlined that entire storyline. And hopefully Joey will get the card back from the hooded gang eventually. And that's it. Those are all the episodes I saw. I hope I got everything down.
Nice. It's awesome. It's actually awesome hearing all that. You're just, bro, it's just peak. You're going to be witnessing peak.
Honestly, I kind of wasn't expecting it to be good in season 2, but surprisingly season 2 is getting interesting. Like, we're learning about the Yu-Gi-Oh cards, the Pharaoh, Yami, Kaiba being a descendant. Like, all this stuff is interesting, you know.
It's good. Yeah, it just picks up so much more than season 1. Was it only the openings where it's in Japanese? Or?
So yeah, the openings are in Japanese. So it's weird. Crunchyroll kind of mucked up a little bit where the first season ended and then they played the next episode in Japanese, but then they have a separate section that says season 2 English dub. So I had to go into that section to continue it, you know.
That's bad, yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of weird. I was very confused.
Because Yu-Gi-Oh! 5Ds, right, on Crunchyroll, for whatever reason, the first 120 episodes are in English dub, and you can't watch it in Japanese. And then, like, the rest of the episodes are in Japanese and not in English. It's like,
interesting.
Why? It's so stupid. And
yeah.
5Ds is probably the best out of all the like Yu-Gi-Oh shows.
Nice.
Yeah, it's dude.
But yeah, Yami as a character, I'm liking him a bit more than Yugi at times.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Because it's like his memories are gone and he's trying to uncover who he was in the past, and I kind of like the mystery, you know, on him.
Those 3 cards, dude.
The legendary cards that Kaiba wants to find. Like, that one monster card that he used was pretty insane. Like, he wiped out that white dragon, and I'm like, whoa, isn't the white dragons meant to be the strongest card? You know, like, damn. I did wish
overpowered.
They are really overpowered. I did wish that we saw Pegasus use one of those cards, you know, just to see if he could control them or not. But he's just disappeared from the story. Like, he's gone.
He's gone. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest.
It's like he's
gone from it.
It's like he was never there. Like, you know, it's so it's so funny how he's just disappeared, you know. from the show.
Yeah. I think like you'll see him here and there. Like he'll make like a few cameos, but the whole Pegasus storyline is over and done
Yeah,
with. Like
because we got his backstory with the girl that he was in love with and all that, and he wasn't really a bad guy in the end. He's just
yeah.
I don't know, a very selfish dude, but I don't know. It's just very. It felt anticlimactic, the Pegasus stuff, if I'm being honest.
It does, yeah. It is. It is anticlimactic because it ends and then nothing happens after. Really.
Yeah.
I mean, you do save your friends and all that stuff, but
I'm now getting the vibe that Sato Kaiba is going to be the main villain for a while, you know. He's got a new outfit, he's looking more evil, you know.
have you seen the way they duel? Is it still on the stadium thing?
Yeah, so they're kind of still in the stadium. They got those.
Okay.
Kaiba has this like arm card machine thing that he.
The dual disc.
Yeah, whatever that is, the dual
The
disc.
dual disc.
Yeah.
That revolutionized everything in Yu-Gi-Oh, dude. It's like just a far more convenient way of dueling. No more stadiums. You're just dueling from the dual disc. It's so awesome. Every kid wanted one.
I know people watch this show for the card game, but I'm kind of watching it for the story and the characters, if I'm being honest. My favorite episode out of all of these was Yugi and Yami. Well, Yami and Taya just hanging out. Like, I think they were my more favorite episodes of the show so far.
I would say the story for the original series is like the top tier, but when it comes to the actual dueling, it's not that in depth.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of strategy going on. Yu-Gi-Oh 5Ds and other Yu-Gi-Oh series, the actual strategy that goes into the actual card games itself is far more like a higher quality than what we would ever see in like the original series.
Interesting. How long until
Yeah.
I get there? If I ever do get there.
If you ever decide to watch the other series, it might take you a while, I can't lie.
Yeah, because... Yeah.
I mean, it really is it's up to you. If you really do enjoy like Yu-Gi-Oh, then you know it's up to you if you want to keep going.
Some of the fights are a little underwhelming at times. Like, they do gear up for it to be kind of peak, and then it's just, you're watching it and it's just sliding PNGs. And it's like, okay.
Oh yeah, that's a production thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as hype as I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But at least the story is fine. You know, at least that's decent. But yeah, that's Yu-Gi-Oh in a nutshell. And my theories for the future of this, I have no idea. I have a feeling that Kaiba, something bad's going to happen to him. I don't know what, but I think he's a bit in over his head, if I'm being honest. You know, he doesn't seem to be the type of guy who gets his way, you know.
I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, Kaiba and Yami Yugi are my favorite characters in the series.
I have a feeling that maybe Kaiba finds one of those golden millennial puzzles and then gets possessed like the American Man and Bakura, you know. Bakura is also an interesting fellow. I don't know what's going on with that guy. Like,
Bakura, there's a funny comment that you made, like his appearance has changed and his voice gotten deeper. Yeah.
It sounded like the actor got older in between seasons, because it's kind of a bit of a jump. It's like, whoa. It sounds like they pitched down his voice, you know. But yeah. It's cool. It is very cool. And I will continue to see where this show goes.
Nice, awesome.
Hopefully the fights get better. Hopefully.
I think it will. The introduction of these cards, those 3 cards, I think the duels will get a lot more interesting. Let me get on to Beyblade.
So,
the last time...
where were you last? Yeah, where were you last? It was episode 42 when he was fighting Ryuga? No, not Ryuga, sorry. When Ryuga was fighting those guys, and then who was you fighting? Reggie, that's it, not Ryuga, Reggie,
Reggie, the snake guy, and then he escaped.
Yeah. Then he escaped. That's where you were last. So
Right,
you,
yeah. And then the bracket changed as well. That was another thing. The bracket
oh yeah, the
changed
bracket
because
changed.
Doji was being this like
Yeah,
sneaky
Benkei
guy.
fought Kyoya in that fight, and he lost to him, and he was happy that he lost to
I
Kyoya.
actually, yeah, I actually didn't finish that episode. I only got up to like the bracket change, and then I didn't get to watch the rest of the show. But yeah, yeah. So Benkei and Kyoya fight in this episode, but I didn't get to speak about it because I didn't, watch that episode. But bro, Benkei, he is worse than Hiyoma when it comes to glazing with friends, bro. I didn't even realize it. I was blinded by it. Of course, Hyoma's there is like, oh, Jenga. He's so okay, whatever. Oh, sorry, Jenga. But Benkei, oh my god! Every sentence, it's Kyoya this,
Oh
Kyoya
man,
that.
it was funny when I was a kid watching this.
Benkei. Even Kyoya had to tell you to shut up. Even Kyoya had to tell you to shut up.
It was like
Bro,
Kyoya this, Kyoya that. Yeah, yeah,
it's so good.
yeah. Like season one Benkei, like from what I remember, like if we're just talking this season, like he starts off as this really like tough dude. You think, oh, he's gonna be a threat, but then it's like he's a bit of a glazer. You know, he sees someone
I
else who's
love the
tougher
show,
than
but
him,
it's
and then he glazes
so
him.
nice.
It's a really entertaining show. It's the most entertaining
It's so entertaining.
out
It's
of all the
so entertaining.
Beyblades animes. It's the most entertaining for me. It's the only one that
There,
I've watched like more than twice, I think. Like,
there was a hype moment, sorry, in this duel between Benkei and Kyoya, where Benkei uppercuts one of the
yeah.
tornadoes and just fully stops it. I did not expect that to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kyoya, being Kyoya, just summons three fucking tornadoes. Sorry for swearing.
Yeah.
Just that Benkei just absolutely obliterates him. Yeah, and then Benkei burst out into tears because like he wasn't strong enough to beat Kyoya, but like Benkei, you're just a comedic relief. That's what your purpose is. You know.
Yeah.
And after we get a rematch between Jinga and this other guy, the psychic dude. I
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
interested. Because I would, we've already seen this duel, and I was gonna see it again. Not interested. He
Oh,
tries trapping
yeah.
Jinga's spirit, didn't work. Jinga's the main dude.
I was gonna
It's
say,
just-
what do you think about Jinga's new launcher? Because in the first half of the show, he uses like the black string launcher, but then in the second half, he uses the blue ripcorded version that Madoka gave him.
I'm going to be honest with you. I never noticed that.
Oh.
Because you only see the ripcord for like a second anyway.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. But
It
yeah,
looks nice.
like
It looks
I
nice.
always like the ripcords. It's very classic. It's like a homage to the original show because the original one used the ripcords more. But yeah, let's just sort of pointed that out.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so what did they use before this?
So
Was it just
Jinga,
lower
so
chords?
mainly like the main characters like Jinga, Kyoya, Ryuga, they all use string launchers. Like, I don't know if I should say this, but I suppose with it being season one, like all
How
the
have I not
power,
noticed this?
yeah, because all like the more strong. You know what? I don't want to say it. I think I'd rather wait till later.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just the design itself, because the ripcord looks freaking cool, by the
Yeah.
way. But how did
Yeah.
I not notice there was a switch up? I don't know
Yeah,
why,
because it's the
it went
episode
over my head.
where he fought Phoenix for the first time. Madoka's like, let me give you this ripcorded version.
Oh, of
know,
course.
yeah.
Yes, that happened so long ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot. Yes, my bad.
Yeah.
Yes, she gives him a whole new launcher,
Yeah.
basically. But I didn't realize it was a ripcord as well.
I really wanted to say something, but I almost don't want to say it now. So I think I'm gonna wait until way later, maybe towards the end of the show, to reveal it to you. Like,
Okay,
because I'm
okay.
looking at like these scenes, and I just noticed something, and I'm
Okay,
like,
but this is like
oh.
future series of
It's not
Beyblade,
like a
this.
future spoiler, but it's something that you don't really notice it, but because I've been watching this show many times, especially season one, you kind of are like, I never realized that. But if I say it, it might give you this idea on what is to come. it's like such a small thing, but if I tell you what it is, you're gonna watch the show and be like, oh, okay. It's almost like an expectations.
It'll
Yeah.
make it a bit more predictable. I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah. So me not saying it, it's probably for the best. I don't know if you
Okay.
know what I was thinking about, but
Okay. Yeah. Let's ignore it then.
yeah, ignore it.
Let's.
Anyway, so who does Jinga fight again? It's Storm Pisces. That's the bay he's fighting.
Storm Pisces. I wasn't as interested, to be honest, because we've already seen this duel, and I think this is like I'd say the third duel in the whole series where it's a rematch.
Yeah,
And it's very rare we see rematches that all happen in this show.
yeah. I know Jinga
And
fought you again. You Tendo.
yeah, I think this is the third time this has happened. It is
Yeah.
very rare, like rematches happen.
Oh yeah.
Like we've had, I think yes. So this would be the like. So it will be the first rematch was Kyoya and Jinga. Second one was with you, and then the third one is this fight here.
Didn't
Oh,
Kyoya
and then of
fight
course
Benkei?
Ryuga.
I'm sure he fought Benkei in like episode 9. When
Oh,
Kyoya
they
was in
did.
his edgy phase in those early episodes after training with Doji. Because
Oh, but that's yeah.
Kenta and Benkei
That's more
fought
of like
him.
a little.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that's a duel, but more of like get out my face type thing,
Yeah, pretty
right?
much. Yeah, kind
Or is
of,
it
I
I don't know.
suppose.
More or less like an official setting, I should say. An
Do you like
official like.
rematches?
Um, depends on how strong the opponent is, because this guy is clearly not in the same league as Ryuga and Jinga. Let's be real. He's a nobody.
Yeah.
He's But anyways, at the end of this episode, you shows up all battered and bruised, and you're like, "Oh God, what did they do to this poor kid?" And
Yeah.
then you get to the next episode, and you just laying on his bed, and he's like, "I didn't expect the Dark Nebula to be this dark." I'm like, "Bro, they got dark in the name for a reason, dude."
Yeah. That's why they call the Dark Nebula.
Yeah, it's just like what they say. You didn't join the Light Nebula. You know what I'm
No.
saying? And then something interesting happened. Where I'm like, you goes to Kenta's like, come here, and I'm thinking, oh, he's gonna give him his Beyblade, and then he's like, no, he says to him, oh, can we duel again in the future? I'm like, oh, okay, that's interesting. I thought he was gonna give him his Beyblade, and then a few seconds later, he gives him his Beyblade. He
Yeah,
gives him his Beyblade,
pretty much.
but he never uses it for some reason.
He
He has
uses
it,
the
but he
performance tip on the bay. I don't know if you
right. So
noticed. Yeah, he changed the part on
so
the bottom. He
so
used yeah,
this show is called Metal Fusion, right?
yeah,
And there's only a few moments where fusions actually happen, like Kenta using Yu's like performance tip,
yeah,
and that's it. Like, and also with him and Benkei also had the customizing fusion thing. I
yeah.
feel like there's not much fusions happening here.
Yeah, they don't really like change parts in it. It's more about the fusion of the blader and the spirit. It's like the bay and the spirit.
Like with Ryuga and the dragon, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's like Jinga and his Pegasus spirit. Like I guess it's more about
Okay.
the humans bladers connecting with their bays. You know,
Okay.
I
Okay.
think that's where it comes from.
So
In the
we
Japanese,
fast.
oh sorry, I was gonna say,
Oh no, no, carry on.
fun
Yeah.
fact. Well, in the Japanese, it's not called Metal Fusion. It's called Metal Fight. That's
That makes
the
more
original.
sense.
Yeah.
That yeah, Metal Fight makes more sense.
hmm But yeah,
I'm curious to see what the. I think I would love this show 10 times more if I watched it in the sub. To be honest with you,
I cannot even
but I
find
stuck.
it. Like
But I stuck with
yeah,
the dub. Dub is perfectly fine
yeah.
anyway. It's probably the best dub show I've seen out of all these modern anime
hmm
currently airing. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
we see Kenta versus Snake Boy.
Yeah, Reggie.
And he's putting in work. He's
hmm
like he's fighting back against Reggie, and it's doing well. And I'm guessing this is because of the performance tip that
Yep.
Yu's given him. But let's be real, even you couldn't beat Reggie. if you couldn't beat Reggie and you were so much more stronger than you, like Kenta was, like, bro, let's be real, you're not gonna have a chance. And then Reggie breaks down Kenta's spirit slowly, and then eventually just completely destroys him. Kenta is crying, and then Reggie was like, "This isn't enough. This victory isn't enough. I'm gonna keep smashing into your Beyblade and break it into tiny pieces or whatnot." And then Jinga's like, "Hell no! I'm stopping this with
Yeah.
this now." And then Doji gets a bit like perked up and like, "Okay, this is interesting. This will be the first fight in the semi-finals that we will see," and then that's where it ends. Next episode.
Episode 45. The Eagle
45.
Counter. Oh man, I remember this episode. I liked this episode a lot when I first saw it. So this is so yeah, it's basically after the Kenta battle, and so what happens?
A funny thing happened. A very funny thing happened in this episode where Tsubasa and Kyoyo are like speaking to each other, and they're like, "I'll be the one to take down Ryuga. No, I'll be the one to take down Ryuga.
Yeah.
None of you are taking down Ryuga." Bro, they're speaking to each other as if they're Goku and Vegeta fighting Kid Buu. And they're like, "No, I'll fight Kid Buu first. No, I'll fight Kid." None of you are the main character in this series. You're both gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
There's no chance, bro.
I
There's no
mean,
chance.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. This might like, because I know you've seen a lot of like shonen anime, so a lot of shonen animes follow like traditional tropes. But when I saw this when I was 13, I never watched a lot of shonen series, so I didn't know what to expect when I was watching these shows, watching this show. So I actually did think Tsubasa had a shot at least tying with Ryuga. Like there was a moment where I thought, oh, could Tsubasa actually be the one, to like stop Ryuga's dark power?
Of course, yeah, of course, 100%.
Yeah, because when you're that age, you just don't really think about tropes,
You don't know about those tropes.
Yeah.
You're like, this be the first time you're seeing it, like a shonen. Like this is like new
Yeah.
territory for you. Absolutely.
Even when Kenta was fighting the snake guy Reggie, I actually did think that, whoa, Kenta, like there was a part in the episode where it looked like Kenta had the upper hand, but I was devastated when Kenta lost.
Yeah.
But yeah, when you're like 12 and 13 watching this show, it's very much like, whoa, this is like, you don't know where it's gonna go. But of course, when you watch a lot of shonens, it's predictable.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Absolutely. Yeah.
but that's that. But yeah, you go on.
I think no, because I think that's what, because this is a first show like Beyblade where
Yeah.
I'm actually seeing like how the story is playing out because it is tropey,
Yeah.
and I think that's why I'm enjoying it far more than I would have. I think.
Interesting.
I
Yeah.
found like a new way to like entertain myself, I guess.
That's how I felt when I watched the Star Wars trilogy, because I watched so many movies like Star Wars before Star Wars, and then I finally saw it,
Which
and
is
I'm like,
funny because
yeah,
Star Wars is what influenced these other shows that you have seen
yeah,
that are tropey.
that
And then
tropey.
now you're going to
The
see where it
hero's
all began.
journey. Yeah, essentially.
Yeah, that's funny. That's interesting.
But yeah, with Beyblade, I think this was like the first, well, maybe Sonic X, but I think this was like really the first shonen show that I was very much aware of it being shonen. Sonic X, I treated it like a cartoon, and even Beyblade to an extent, but I think towards the end of the show, I was like, okay, I'm really, like, by the time I finished the final season, I was like, okay, this is anime, and I guess it kind of influenced me to watch other anime unconsciously. Like
nice.
after this show,
Yeah.
I watched Attack on Titan for the first time, and then that blew me away. But yeah,
Oh yeah, that comment you made about Taya seeing the future, like Aaron.
yeah,
that's a good comment.
it did seem like she was seeing into the future.
That was funny. But going back to Beyblade, this duel was pretty sick.
Yeah.
Tsubasa versus Ryuga. It's like he was doing all the right plays. He's learned from his mistake of not going for a counter attack early on when Ryuga's not attacking.
Yeah,
So he's doing all the smart plays of dodging and weaving and making like Ryuga like ticked off and like, yo, what is this? It's like getting annoyed and annoyed and annoyed. But Ryuga's too strong. He's been feeding off all these Beyblade spirits. What are they called
Yeah,
again?
it's
Fire
just
spirit,
Bay
Blade
spirits,
spirit,
Blader
Blade
spirits.
spirit.
Yeah,
So he's already overpowered as it is, and then everyone's like shocked by it, and then Yu's like, "This isn't enough. You have to get out of there." And then Ryuga just kills Tsubasa. He just absolutely kills him. Like another murder happened on stage, and he's not going to prison. Crazy, just crazy.
yeah.
And then
This
he just
was yeah.
absolutely obliterates the stadium again for the second time in this specific tournament. Kyoya, you're looking at this. Just run.
Yeah.
Just go home, bro. If I were you, I would just pack my bags and go home and let Jinga do all the work.
I remember when I first watched
Right.
this show live, like there's a scene when Kyoya was like, I'm going to be the one to defeat Raiga. I actually got chills when I saw that because I thought, okay, I think Kyoya might actually be the one. But of course, we all know that he isn't the one. But at the time, I
But he's
thought,
also not strong enough, though.
yeah,
You know,
I think
like
it's more
he's
of his
just
his wild side, his wild nature. I thought because Tsubasa is more graceful when he fights, you know,
okay.
whereas Kyoya feels more rough and tumble, you know,
Because
to me.
what I've seen so far, right? Like even if I was a kid watching this, my logic, I would assume my logic would be Kyoya has lost to Jinga twice, and Jinga has lost to Ryuga twice. So there is like a hierarchy there where it's Ryuga, Jinga, then Kyoya. And if Kyoya can't beat Jinga, so how would you expect to beat Ryuga, you know?
It's true, yeah.
It's
I guess because out of all, like, after he lost to Jinga, that was like 30 episodes ago. So I think in my head, I just assumed that Kyoya would have actually gotten more
like more
powerful,
stronger.
yeah, over the
Okay,
time.
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. There is this hierarchy where it's like if Jinga can't defeat Ryuga and if Kyoya can't, then Kyoya's like number 3, Jinga's number 2, and Ryuga's number 1. But then you have Renji here, and he's kind of like this demon in the background, and you think he's gonna, you know, be a bit more. But we didn't find out in the next episode that it's not quite the case
Yeah.
when he fights some Renji. So, next episode.
Before we get to next episode, sorry, I think this episode ends with Doji saying, "Oh, we can't let him (quotation marks him) get away. He needs to be punished." And obviously, he's talking about you, like the traitor. I don't know why he's being, like, shady and saying him. Like, why? What was the need of saying him? Just say, "We need to get you and punish him." It's just, I don't understand that part. So yeah, Doji just sends a bunch of guys to kidnap a child, which is
Crazy.
crazy thing to
Absolutely
say.
crazy.
And you see it, you see him put his hand on his Yu's face. Funny scenes. Yeah, so yeah, Yu is going to like get some drinks, like sodas or whatnot, and then Doji just shows up with like 10 other elite duelists,
Yeah, with
and then he
VR
just
headsets. Pretty.
no,
Or is
but
it VR headsets or sunglasses? I can't really tell.
I think it's sunglasses. It might be sunglasses or VR sunglasses. I can't tell actually. Some futuristic goggles at least. And obviously, he doesn't have his Beyblade. He's given it to Kenta, so he's no way
Yeah,
to defend himself.
can't defend.
And honestly, no Beyblades were used in this moment. Just straight up physical violence. He just
Yeah,
grabs you. They beat him
crazy,
down and just.
insane. Like this man, the way he treats these kids, it's just crazy, you know.
He wants revenge on a child, bro. That's crazy. Why is you that important to you? Why is he important to you, bro? Just let him go. He's just a
I think
kid, bro.
it's
He's gonna
just
play
it's
Beyblade.
that you know that need of control, you know. Like he was part of this
Sending a message.
organization, you know.
Yeah, and you left.
You
Yeah.
know,
He's still a kid though.
Yeah.
He made it so personal.
I think the
Don't
way
you?
he views his like subordinates, he views them like slaves in a way. Like he almost wants to own them, and like they can't get away without his say so. Like that's kind of the vibe I get from Doji, you know.
Yeah, except for Ryuga because he
Hmm.
lets Ryuga do whatever he wants, which obviously bites him
Hmm.
in the
Oh
backside
yeah,
later on.
I don't know if I told you this, but fun fact: his name in Japanese is Deya Doji in the Japanese.
They, what does that mean? They Doji.
Deya Doji. That's his full name in the Japanese.
So we just in English just got rid of Deya.
Yeah,
So we
it's
left
just
it as
call it
Doji.
Doji.
Made
Yeah,
it more easier. Made it
yeah,
more easier for the
for the
English speakers, I
yeah.
guess.
And
I
Hyoma.
guess
Oh yeah.
after that child abuse that we just witnessed, Kyoma, was it Hyoma? Sorry,
Hyoma.
yeah,
Yeah.
Hyoma returns.
Yep.
Hyoma returns. He had his therapy. He's back. He's strong enough. His Beyblade is still destroyed-ish, but it's still usable. And they hear about you being kidnapped,
Mhm.
literally, because he's a child and he's a kid.
He was a kid
Kidnapped.
kidnapped.
And then we transition back to Jinga versus Reggie for the first time, and they duel, and it looks like Reggie's just switched up and he's like, "Hey, this is my true power. I was going soft on your friends. They were just too easy pickings. I didn't need to go full power." And then he just switched up. He activated his like special ability or whatnot, and then he
Mhm.
like just overwhelms Jinga
Yep.
immediately in this fight. And then what's her name? She makes a comment saying, "Oh, this is Medusa," and like
Yeah.
he's turning Jinga into stone.
Yep.
But knowing that it's Medusa has no part in how Jinga beats Reggie anyway. Um, yeah, and then towards the end of this episode, um, Doji gets into a fight with Kenta and Hyoma, and all of a sudden the Phoenix arrives, and then the episode ends.
Yep.
And then I'm
Yeah.
looking, and
So okay. Yeah. So this episode, actually no. You continue. You continue. Then I'll tell later. You can
okay, because
continue.
I was
Yeah.
looking at the playlist that I have, right? So this was episode 46.
Yeah.
The next episode is 47.
Yep.
And then episode after that is 48. And I look down at the thumbnail at 48 and it's Jinga's dad wearing the Phoenix's costume. And I'm like, oh, okay. So it is his dad.
Yeah.
What a way to be spot. Even though I called it, even though I knew it was him, it is so crazy that they have that in the thumbnail of episode 48. It's literally right there. And it's insane.
Yeah.
Episode 48.
That's insane. But yeah. So I actually did get spoiled on that as well when I first watched it. After this episode where Doji confronts Kenta and Hyoma, I went onto Wikipedia just to see how many more episodes there were of this season. Then it just
No
says,
way, is that how you got spoiled?
then it says, oh, Phoenix's mask breaks and it's revealed to be Jinga's father.
No way,
Yeah.
that is a horrible way to get spoiled.
I know. It was just boom right there. Like, I was gutted, but I had no
Well,
idea it was him at the time. I thought it was like a completely
yeah,
different person.
they do a good job of hiding it, to be honest with you. But
Yeah.
it's just the way if the Phoenix was talking down to Jinga, it felt obvious. And then even Jinga saw his dad in Phoenix. Like there was a scene where Jinga looks at Phoenix and then he like pictured it being his dad. Like he put the image of his dad's face on the Phoenix's head. So even like Jinga like saw him as like a father figure.
Yeah, pretty much.
And his hair being yellow, like that could be a wig, and he has the Beyblade called the Phoenix.
The
And
Phoenix.
obviously, what does a Phoenix do? It dies and it comes back to life. It is like a cycle of rebirth.
Yep.
So that was a big giveaway.
Yeah.
And where we are, let me just pull up 47. Yeah, it just to get straight into it. Phoenix is attacking Doji, and now that I'm thinking about it now, yeah, his son is also fighting.
Yeah.
Uh, Jinga's fighting Reggie, trying to
Hmm.
find ways to get out of Reggie's mental breakdown, mental torture
Pretty much.
from Medusa, and I was disappointed because Jinga's like, "Yeah, I'm just stronger than you," and then that's how he breaks the trap that he was locked in.
Yeah.
That's
He's the main
no other,
character. Yeah.
no other way of like breaking free. He's just like, "No, I'm just my will is greater than your will."
Pretty
Okay.
much. Yeah.
And then we get back to the Reggie fight. No, sorry, the Doji fight. Um, it's going well. The the Phe- the Phoenix just ends up destroying Doji's Beyblade like he is part of the Dark Nebula. Like, whoa, I didn't expect that to happen. He fully just like cut his Beyblade in half. Like, oof.
Yeah. It was insane.
And then towards the end of the Reggie fight with Jinga, obviously Jinga wins and whatnot. What is that girl's name? His friend's
Madoka.
name? Madoka. Is like, Madoka, Yu's been kidnapped. We need to go and help him quickly. And like, what? So Kenta goes to where this fight's happening with Phoenix and Doji. The fight finishes. Phoenix wins, and then the chandelier like breaks or something that's above them, and like a piece of the shard breaks the mask, and the mask splits open, and then the episode ends with a shot of Jinga's shocked face,
Yeah.
and then you look at episode 48, and it's a thumbnail of his dad.
Yeah.
What a way to be spoiled!
I know.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Funnily enough, do you know, so you were speaking about how you were spoiled by the Wikipedia, right? I
Hmm.
was also sort of spoiled the similar way with Ace in One Piece.
Oh, man.
Two episodes before that event happened, dude. I was on, so it was like halfway through Marineford, right? Not expecting anything crazy to happen. And I was just watching One Piece FMV videos, which is like One Piece edits. And in that edit, the Ace incident happens. And I'm like,
Oh,
what a
man.
way to be spoiled 2 episodes before it happens, dude.
That's why I don't watch any like clips or reviews or anything until I finish a show.
Yeah,
No,
I
yeah.
learned the hard hard way, dude.
Oh, man.
Because in that show, no one dies except that character.
Except that one dude.
Uh, so, yeah, episode 48, the episode opens and he takes the mask off. Dude, this pissed me off. I can't lie.
Did it?
I was so angry. He takes his mask off, and there's a big stupid smile on his face. Like, oh hey, Jinga, get the hell out of here. Yeah, everyone thought you died, and then you have the nerve to smile and say, "Oh hi guys," like nothing's happened. Like nothing.
Before you continue, did it like bother you about the scaling in heights between Jinger's father and Doji compared to the cast?
Not really.
Because there's like this one
Oh
shot
God!
where, like, looking at this,
Yeah,
like,
what the hell? I didn't even
because
notice that.
Jinger is like, I think Jinger is how old is he? He's 13 years old in this, and he's like what 5? I'm guessing he's like 5'3", like around
Yeah,
there.
he's tiny here. What the
But like,
hell?
like that is kind of crazy, Like he's like 8 feet tall, in like
That's crazy, dude. That's crazy.
Like-
He's a giant, dude.
yeah, because like Tsubasa and all them lot, like they're around like almost 5'8", 5'9", but like
Doji's not even that tall, dude.
yeah, but Jinga's father is like gigantic. Compared to Kenta as well, like it's just
That's
insane.
insane.
It's insane. But yeah,
Is this the only Is this the only scene where he looks this huge? Or
I
did they,
think
like,
there is
fix it?
one more. I don't know if you saw it. It happens later on in the show, but he stands next to someone, and it's like this person is meant to be an adult, but man, they look small.
Meant
Yeah.
to be an adult. I don't know why that just sounded.
But yeah, you
Um,
continue with Jinga crying and all that,
he's
being angry.
crying, and then they have a hug,
Yeah.
and then it cuts to them freeing the blocked prisoners
Yep.
who Ryuga has beaten up. And then it cuts to Jinga speaking to his dad. Is like, I demand answers. I need to know why you faked your death.
Yep.
I need to know why you didn't tell me in the first place and all this stuff. And then his dad's like, not now, we do it in a safer space. Or no, or did they just say it there and then in the hotel room?
Yeah, in the hotel
No, yeah,
room.
I think he just says it. So we get a law drop. Crazy
Law drop. Yeah, I like this episode a lot because of the law.
Where this Beyblade, the Dark Dragon, what's it called again?
El
It's
Drago.
called El Drago.
Yeah.
El Drago's origin is come from a meteorite, and then people use this meteorite for like their evil doings or whatnot, and then it got so out of hand. Another group of people went to the same meteor, and then they crafted like a plate, and then they like fashioned it into a Beyblade, and that came the Storm Pegasus.
Mm-hmm. And then Moses used that to part the sea.
Yeah, crazy Lord. Yeah, it's crazy. I didn't know that was written in the Bible. So just
He got
Yeah.
Moses with a Beyblade launcher, just sort of splitting the sea with a bay. That's insane. Oh.
it's still speechless, dude. Just yeah, yeah, and yeah. Oh, this is another shot where he looks tiny.
Yeah.
Oh no, actually, yeah, he looks tiny here. And then he still doesn't explain the part about him faking his death because that didn't make any sense. And his dad's like, "Whoa, the reason I faked my death is so you could become stronger, and I could hide in the background as the Phoenix and then guide you or whatnot." But like, you could still do the same thing as his dad if you were still alive, though.
Mm.
You could still guide him and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And even if like Jinga is like, let's just say, getting angry and had his angry moments or whatnot, you can still, as his dad, like scold him and like that's not the way a Bladed Spirit should be. So him faking his death just had no impact in Jinga's life at all.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, I think his dad's a coward. I think his dad is hiding from El Dragon, is what it seems like. In my opinion, he just wants Jinga to do all the work. He's a cow. He's like the worst father ever. Even Benkei says it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the worst.
Yeah.
Father ever.
Like,
Yes.
yeah, like, you know, there was no reason. I'm guessing because he was injured, but, you know, so he couldn't, like, interrupt Jinga, you know, at the
He
time.
just for as like the best opportunity to like just get out of fatherhood and
Yeah.
start a new life as the Phoenix and go
Like,
blonde.
bro was chill, smiling in the mountains with Hoikuto the dog, you know.
Yo, I did not like Jinga's dad. Jinga's dad's stock is just diminished. I
Yeah.
did not like him one bit.
Mm.
And then even coming back to life, is he gonna fight El Drago now? No.
It's going to leave it to Jinga.
This guy had the nerve. After his cover got exposed, he took off his clothes and started wearing his regular clothes. Bro, get the hell out of here. Get the hell out. Just keep you're Phoenix now. You're not Jinga's dad. You're Phoenix now. Go away. We don't want you here. It's like Jinga's got fame now, and now he's trying to leech off Jinga's fame.
Yeah, pretty
Get
much.
the hell out of here. And then we cut to Doji looking all messed up walking
Yeah.
down the hallway. And then Ryuga shows up. Towards the end, Ryuga shows up. Oh, no. So before this, the Jinga and the group are talking about the Bladed Spirit.
Yeah.
And they're talking to Kyoya about it's your turn to fight him and you need to fight his spirit. And then Kyoya's like, I don't give a crap about all that. I don't believe in this nonsense of the fighter spirit and all this stuff. And to be honest, if I was Kyoya, I would agree too, because I don't have the damn Pegasus. If I
Yeah.
hear like the only way to stop El Drago is the Pegasus, then I'm lost.
Mm-hmm.
What's the point of having this bladed spirit if I don't have the Pegasus by my side? You know, that's the
Yeah.
only counter attack to it.
Because
So
Pegasus,
it's
yeah,
like,
in that flashback, they said that Pegasus was designed to defeat El Drago.
this whole tournament is washed. And if I was Kyoya, I don't want to hear any of this bladed spirit and Storm Pegasus talk crap. I'm gonna believe in my own abilities. So I was
Mm-hmm.
like agreeing with Kyoya here. And then we get to the end of the episode, and it's Doji look like a psychopath after like kidnapping a child, beating him up, and then getting ambushed by the guy that faked his death. And then Ryuga's like, "Oh yeah, my dragon needs feeding, and you're next," and then just kills him.
Yeah.
Then
Crazy.
the next episode, which was hype. I'm gonna be honest, this was a
Yep.
hype match.
This was an
I didn't
awesome fight.
expect it to be hype match. I expected it to be a total wash. I expected Ryuga to just absolutely demolish Kyoya. Kyoya just hung in there. Kyoya was just like, I genuinely thought that Kyoya was gonna win here. I
Yeah, me
genuinely
too.
thought Kyoya was gonna win here.
Yeah.
And then obviously there's like a few episodes remaining. I'm like, okay, if Kyoya wins here, what if the El Dragon takes over Kyoya, and then Kyoya becomes the new El Drago duelist? That's a perfect way to like end the show, and then it ends with a final duel between Jinga and Kyoya, because it started with them,
Yeah.
episode 1, and then it's gonna end with those two. But they played it safe, and then it's like, no, Ryuga, he's the one that has the El
Yeah.
Dragon. Is gonna stick with El Dragon.
I mean,
He's gonna be the one to stick with El
Kyoya did
Dragon.
say something interesting in the fight. He told Ryuga to stop using the dark power and to use his own strength. And then like the second half of the fight is just pretty much Ryuga using his own power against
Yeah,
Kyoya.
yeah. And Kyoya's own power was stronger than Ryuga's power,
Yeah.
and Ryuga was losing.
Mm-hmm.
And then El Drago was like, "We can't lose this duel, dude." And then he took over Ryuga completely, and then just kills Kyoya. They stabs
Yeah.
him through the chest. It's like that's 3 people dead in this tournament now.
Mm-hmm.
3 people have died. Why is this tournament still going on?
Yeah.
Why are there kids in the stadium watching this still?
I know.
Because when this duel finishes, this duel ends. Ryuga transforms into this weird beast thing. Or was
Yeah.
that after? No, that's
It's
after.
it's
I
in the
think.
fight, yeah, after, but he kind of does it in the fight as well, where
Oh,
I think
right,
it's
right,
the
yeah,
power of El Drago that's taken
It
over
is, it
Ryuga's
is.
body.
He also turns into El Drago at one point, and he flies away. And then,
Yeah.
there's kids in the tournament watching this stuff. This is not a kid's duel, dude. Why are there kids watching this? People are
Yeah.
dying, man.
I know.
And you see kids run away. El Drago flies up, and then the battle ends. This was the best duel, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
in the whole show. It was sick.
It was
I
awesome.
genuinely thought Kiryu was gonna win.
Yeah.
Like even like tropes this, tropes that. I genuinely thought he was gonna win here. It would have been a cool moment.
Me
for
too. But no, Drago did not want that to happen, and so
him. Nah, he didn't. Now we get to the episode 50, and okay, so they're still in the stadium in this moment. They're still okay. They're still here.
Yep.
And the stadium is completely destroyed. And
Ryuga
they're like-
tells him, "Oh, that Battle Bladers was designed for Jinga, for him to get stronger."
Yeah. 'Cause I even said this. Like, I thought that was too obvious. It's a way to get the best duelist because only the best can amass 50,000 points anyway, and they're all going to be funneling into Ryuga to make him stronger.
Yep.
And then he's like, forget this tournament anymore. We're going to a place where I'm going to create my own arena or whatnot. We're going to fight there. And I thought, oh, we're going to go back to like that village. Because Doji made a comment a while ago saying, oh, we're going to end it in this village here.
Hmm.
But we never go back to that village at all
No.
for some reason. We don't go back. So I don't know why it was brought up in that conversation. And then one of the announcers were like, "Yo, where's the stadium? Where you guys gonna fight?" And like, "Oh, you guys are not invited." I'm like, "Okay, the WBBA." Oh yeah, the WBBA. What were they? Who are the WBBA? I
They're
just
the
realized.
World Beyblading Association.
Did they even show up?
I think it's just. Do you see them? I think WBBA is just. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I don't think you see them in this season. Like
Yeah,
WBBA.
they're definitely not here. It's
Yeah.
like they have a name and an organization, and they're just like, "Oh, we need to trick the WBBA
Yeah.
and whatnot, and play by their rules and
I guess in a
whatnot."
way the announcer kind of represents the WBBA in a way.
Yeah.
But
Okay,
yeah.
You don't seem at all. Um. Yeah. So Ryuga just creates a tournament, a Tower of Babel, I guess,
Yep.
and then Jinga and Ryuga have a fight on top.
Mm-hmm. On top of the battle stadium thing. But yeah.
Pretty good duel. But obviously El Drago's too powerful at the moment. He's on top
Yep.
of Storm Pegasus. And then eventually, one by one, we see Jinga's friends show up,
Yep.
supporting Jinga, like, "Hey, we need you. You can do this. You can win this duel. You can fight." And then for a moment, it was working. And then Ryuga just completely transforms into a weird beast
Yep.
at the end of the episode. Like, completely taken over
Yeah.
by El Dragon. So Ryuga is no more. It's El Dragon now that he's fighting against.
Pretty much.
And his character design is hideous.
Oh yeah, it's terrifying. It's like,
Not a
whoa.
good look.
It is a
Yeah.
creepy like thing from the underworld.
Yeah, not good. And then we get to episode 51.
The final episode of season 1, Metal Fusion.
Final episode. And then we're seeing Ryuga trying to struggle, get out of this form. But yeah, the El Drago, too much for him. He's been feeding him too much, and now this beast has taken over him completely. And then we get a cut to the people on the helipad watching this duel happen. And then who shows up? Jinga's dad, wearing
Yep.
his old costume. Get the hell out of here. I thought you were Phoenix now, huh? What
Yeah,
happened to
there's
that?
no Phoenix costume. It's just his.
Now he's cosplaying as Jinga. He's got the headband on, wearing the same clothes. Get the hell out.
He waited until the final episode where Jinga is in the final tournament to do this.
So what? What's his Beyblade? Is it still the Phoenix, or he's going to take his Pegasus back?
Probably
Get
good.
the hell out of here. Take the pet Pegasus headband off. You're not worthy of it.
My gosh,
Fraud.
the fraud he is. But yeah, Old Drago versus Jinga. Even the artwork on the Old Drago spirit changes as well, which is kind of freaky. But
It
this
does, yeah, it
this
gets-
episode was interesting because it came out during Christmas of 2010, and I don't know what happened, but they delayed it and then they released it at a later time and I missed it, so I had to find it online. And then I saw an AMV of the final few seconds of the battle, and I got spoiled that Jinga defeated Ryuga, which sucked. But oh well. I kind of saw this
That
was
also
yeah.
sucks. Yeah, the fact that they delay the episode as
Yeah.
well.
I think because of the Christmas scheduling, you know. They didn't even tell us when it was going to come out on Nicktoons. They just sort of like shadow dropped it without announcing it.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
But yeah, the episode, yeah, Jinga is like, we gotta save Ryuga, essentially. No.
Yeah, so Jinga's battling this new form of El Drago. It's like 3 dragons, and the forms are completely different.
Yep.
And it's the 3 wise men show up.
Yeah.
Just out of nowhere. I don't know where. I don't know how. It's just his. I don't know how to
Yeah.
explain this. they, they just show up in the bubble,
In the bubble.
and
Yep.
then Jinga, you're not. You could. I don't know. I don't know if they're trying to hype him up or calling him an idiot or. But these guys were not strong anyway. So why are you even here? Like,
It
I
is
guess Kiryu could be
interesting.
there because
Kyo,
Kiryu is
yeah.
strong enough.
I guess
But the other two.
it's the friends of Jinga who fought Ryuga, so I'm guessing it's because I'm guessing because Ryuga absorbed their powers. You know, he absorbs his opponent's powers, so I'm guessing that's the spirit that was inside them that was
Oh,
absorbed.
so they broke free.
I
Of
think
the
that's kind of what it
Eldrago
is.
somehow.
Yeah, I think when Ryuga got possessed by Eldrago, I think that was like an opportunity for them to like jump out, like let's get out.
Okay,
I
that
think that-
wasn't
yeah.
explained at all.
I think
but
that's
that makes
my
sense,
theory.
headcanon.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah,
headcanon.
that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that's why they're just all appearing.
So they technically resurrected in bubble form. And
Yeah.
like, Jinga, get your head out your ass, wake up. You can beat them.
Hmm.
And in this duel, you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think Jinga uses his teammates' abilities.
I don't.
Because,
Yeah, I don't remember.
Because was it against the Phoenix? It was against somebody.
Yeah,
and
the
then
Phoenix.
Jinga
Yeah,
started,
he
it
used.
was against the Phoenix, and he started busting out his teammates' his moves.
Yeah,
And I thought, oh, in the battle against Ryuga, he's gonna bust out all of his teammates' moves, and then that didn't happen at all.
no,
What a wasted potential!
I know.
It's like I thought the because that's what got me interested in the show is like what the Beyblade's spirit or Beyblade's spirit actually is, and there's like your the strength of the bonds of your friends is like strengthened, and then that allows you to use their moves and whatnot. We're just gonna scrap that idea completely and just let Storm Pegasus do all the work. And I'm like, that's disappointing.
Yep.
So, and that's basically what it is. Storm Pegasus win, and then
Yeah.
Storm Pegasus wins, and then Jinga's like, "Wow, I'm not gonna let Ryuga die completely. We're gonna save him too because all Bladers deserve a second chance or whatnot." But bro, let's be real. Ryuga had a free will, and he chose his free will to kill people. That's what he chose to do. You know, it's not a good defense to say, "Oh, the dragon tempted him to do bad stuff," because we could say that here and say, "Oh, the devil made us do it." That's not
Yeah.
a good defense. That's not going to hold up in court.
No.
So why are you letting Ryuga get off scot free, bro?
Yeah.
Just what? So he saves Ryuga, and Eldrago is trapped again. His friends wake up in the hospital bed, and Ryuga looks at his damaged Eldrago Beyblade and walks away. So I assume Eldrago is sealed now.
Oh,
it's no longer
before
injured.
that, Jinga and
Oh,
Ryuga
Pegasus, he
fall
rides
over, and then he rides Pegasus. Yeah.
He rides Pegasus and he grabs him. He's like, "Hey, yeah, your dragon's real, but so is my Pegasus. My Pegasus is real and physical, and I can ride him,"
Yeah.
which is a cool moment. And then Pegasus says, "Goodbye, Jinga. I'm going back to your dad." No, not really. But he's like, yeah, Pegasus is like his energy's all drained, and then he just goes away. But thankfully, not for long. It's like only a temporary thing while he like regains energy, so he will be back. It's like a Marvel thing, like Spider-Man will be back in the next
Yeah.
MCU. Pegasus
Pretty much.
will return.
Pegasus will return.
Pegasus will return, and then the show just ends with every character that appeared on the show is in the credits in like a PNG image.
Pretty much, yeah. But yeah, they promised to keep Beyblading in the future, and that is the end of Metal Fusion. Wow, you finished the first season of the Metal Saga.
I finished it.
Wow.
Finished it.
So, what are your overall thoughts on Metal Fusion now that you finished it? Like
Metal
season
Fusion, I found it funny, but not like it's obviously not a comedy show. But I did like find the tropey aspects funny, which made it more entertaining for me. But it does have the show does have a lot of heart, and the writing is good, even though it is a bit too predictable and obvious at times.
Hmm.
Um, I will say I would rather have seen Kyoya beat Ryuga in the end.
That would have been an interesting ending.
That that would have been sick. But I'm curious to see what the new series is about,
The next
man. Like,
season, the next
is
arc.
it El Drago returning, or is it a brand new bad guy? I don't want Doji to return. Doji, you're overrated, bro. Get out of here. Stop messing around with kids, you weirdo. Get out of here. What was Doji's angle anyway, bro? Because it's like you're not the one that's using El Drago. You're using another person to use El Drago. That was just weird. That didn't make any sense. Yeah, I'm just excited. I just want to get straight into season 2. To be honest with you,
I can't
I
wait
don't
for
even
you
know
to
what it's
see
called.
season 2. So season 2 is called Metal Masters.
Ooh.
I guess I'll send you the playlist of it.
Yeah, please. Yes, yes, yeah.
Let me quickly get it. The full playlist. Metal Masters. Let me have a look. Go to
Yeah, I found the show very entertaining. I hope season 2 is just as entertaining, to be honest.
I find all 3 seasons to be very entertaining, in my opinion.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, let me do this. Before I give you, let me just have a quick look. Okay. Okay. Okay, so the playlist does have the movie, but the movie is filler. It's not canon. But
Okay,
honestly, if you want to see the movie, it's optional. It's an optional thing to
okay,
watch.
okay.
But let me send you the playlist. There you go.
Oh, nice. Oh, shit. Yo, new characters. Yo, what the hell? But yeah, this the thumbnails,
The
just seeing
thumbnails
that
are
guy
gonna
with the
like,
red.
yeah,
I won't go further. I'm not looking at all.
yeah.
I've just seen episode 2 and episode 3, just like two new interesting looking characters. I want to get in it right now, dude.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. Like Metal Masters it's just as it to me it's all it. I don't even see it as like separate seasons. I just see it as all one show. You know.
Oh man, because like season 1 or this, yes, the first arc just set up a
Just
lot of
yeah,
stuff.
season one.
I'm
Yeah,
so curious to see where like the second arc
yeah.
goes, man.
It's
That guy
yeah,
has main protagonist energy. This is the guy in episode 2, that thumbnail. Interesting, dude. I'm excited.
yeah. I
I'm
recommend it.
excited.
Yeah, I recommend it. Like, so for me, like my journey with the show was very peculiar. So I watched all of Metal Fusion on Nicktoons in 2010, like late 2010, because they were airing daily. Very rare for animes to air daily, but I was lucky to get these episodes daily. And then they went on a break, and then they came back with more daily episodes, and then it ended, and there was no dub for season 2. Basically, each season comes out a year, and me being very impatient, I was like, I want to watch the new season now, and I went to YouTube and then I searched it up, and I did watch the new season in Japanese, but there were no subtitles. So I just basically freeballed it, just watching the raw Japanese
Yeah, I
with no
remember you saying that.
subtitles.
Yeah, yeah.
But I did read the Wikipedia page to see what was happening in each episode, so I understood it. It was a very peculiar experience. So season 2 and 3, I don't really have like the same nostalgic memories as season 1, because I watched season 1 a lot of the times, but I still like the second and third seasons just as much as season 1. But because like years after all the dubs came out, I went back and rewatched it many times, and Yeah, it's to me it's all one show, so it's very like,
Yeah,
oh
no,
yeah,
it technically is. Yeah, but they just
it is.
segmented it and
Yeah,
put it in its own series.
it's like Metal Fusion season 1, Metal Masters season 2, Metal Fury season 3. Like that's kind
I
of how
guess
it
it's
is.
just to promote it
Yeah,
easier, I guess,
yeah,
to Western audiences.
pretty much, yeah.
Because what? Oh, this is 150 episodes in total. That's hard to like sell.
Yeah. Actually, no, 151. Each episode is 51, so 150. Actually, no, it's less than that because the final season is only 39 episodes.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's the shortest season in the whole trilogy.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. But honestly, I am looking forward to
Same.
seeing this.
Seems.
But yeah, that is Beyblade. What are your theories for Metal Masters, which is season 2? Like, if you have any theories.
Well, okay, let's talk about it. Let's theorize because, like, the meteorite created two Beyblades, right? Which is El Drago and the Phoenix. Could there be another group of people potentially like crafting another Beyblade? That's a possibility. Another possibility is El Drago returns somehow again. Or just a whole new organization that just comes out of nowhere and they're just the new bad people or something. Or Jinga becomes bad guy. Jinga's like, because we've seen it in the first series where there was some bad moments of Jinga. And because he doesn't have Storm Pegasus right now, maybe he does go bad. And then Pegasus comes and helps him out. I don't know, man. It could go anywhere. I have no idea, bro. I have no idea.
Who knows where it's going to go. But yeah, just got to have to wait and see. You got to watch it for you to find out.
Yeah, yeah. I'm excited.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. But that is Beyblade Metal Fusion done and dusted. Oh yes, well for new season you get a new opening theme song as well, so that's...
Oh,
Yeah.
God, yes.
So no more Beyblade Metal Fight. So slightly different opening to that one.
Beyblade, Metal Fight.
You're not going to get that.
That's funny.
The opening theme song does actually show up in episode 2, not episode 1.
Okay, so no opening for season 1.
Yeah, but you have the new ending song in episode 1, but no opening in episode 1. It shows up in episode 2.
Okay.
But yeah, so that is that. On to the next big topic. I don't even know which one to start off with. Let's just do this quick one before we jump into the next big one. So the Michael Jackson biopic actually made $1 billion at the box office. It's the second movie this year. It's the second movie of the year to make $1 billion, and it is the highest grossing biopic of all time. You know, it's even beaten The Dark Knight that came out in 2008. So yeah, it's making history.
Crazy numbers.
17 years after he died, and he's still breaking records. You know, isn't that crazy?
That is, yeah. That's remarkable.
I'm very happy he made a lot of money. It's a good film.
I don't think this film would be possible without Jafar Jackson.
Yeah, I do think he really did. He really did bring Michael to life. You know, like I can't think of any other person playing him than Jafar.
Yeah, kept it in the family as well, man.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
Awesome, awesome. But yeah, so there are two big topics we could talk about right now. We could do Odyssey or House of the Dragon. I'm not too sure which one.
Well, I'm up to date on House of the Dragon. Are you up to date with House of the Dragon?
Yes, I am.
Let's just get into House of the Dragon then.
Okay. So, before we talk about House of the Dragon, let's talk about the other seasons of Game of Thrones quickly. So season 1 of Game of Thrones, you like that season?
Of course, dude. Season 1, yes, yes.
That's of course the legendary season. Like everyone remembers
Let's
season
talk.
1.
No.
I don't think
It's
anyone
funny because
expected that to happen.
season 1 of Game of Thrones is so funny because the world building, the history, the lore, it's going over everyone's heads. No one is keeping up with what's going on. But you're watching it because these characters are interesting.
Yep.
And then when that character dies at the end of the season, you're like, oh shit, I need to
And
know what happens next. So you keep watching.
So
It was
yeah,
one,
honestly,
so
I did think that Ned was the main character and his family were going to be like the main heroes of the show. And season 2 kind of
yeah,
leans into that direction where Rob is kind of that, you know,
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of.
yeah.
But yeah, so season 1 was great. I was very shocked. There was a lot of shocking moments in that season. Season 2, season 2 was also a good season as well. There wasn't a lot of twists and turns, mainly apart from Remley's death, Remley Baratheon, in episode 1 or 2,
Oh right, wow,
when
Renly, I forgot about him.
Stannis and the Red Lady plotted to kill him, and they killed him off in episode 1, I
With a
think,
demon spirit.
with the
Yeah,
demon
with the demon
spirit.
spirit.
Yeah, and that happened, and then that pretty much caused like a lot of chaotic things to happen. Of
And
course,
then the Battle of Blackwater Bay as well
yeah,
happened in
that
that
battle
season.
that happened. Um, I think I remember more of the Daenerys storyline in this season because she and what's his name, the guy who's in love with her. I forgot his name.
Khal Drogo.
Not Drogo, Jorah.
No?
Jorah.
Jorah.
Yeah,
Oh.
they're like in the desert. They're trying to find a place to sleep, and then they go and they find that people are plotting to kill her and all that. And then she
Then we get
seals
the
those
Arya
people.
storyline as well, was pretty good.
Oh yeah, when she's on the run, kind of like, I don't know if the Hound comes into this season with her. No, she's with Gendry in this season.
Well, this is where she's in King's Landing and she's pretending to be a boy. And
Yeah.
then, what's his name? Um,
Oh, is it the Hound? Or not the Hound, or
no, no,
someone else?
no, 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 no. He's the hand of the king to King Joffrey, I think, after Tyrion.
Oh, that
It's
dude.
Tyrion's dad, Tywin Lannister.
Tywin
And
Lannister.
Tywin Lannister, she's shadowing Tywin Lannister or something. She's
Yeah.
like a servant. Oh, it's so
I
good.
almost forgot. Yeah, that's when they're in that torture place. I forgot what it was called, where the guy had the bucket of rats on his belly and all that. Like,
Ooh, yeah.
but yeah, season 2 was actually another good season. Not too many twists. It was just sort of like, you know, just kind of an easygoing season. John in
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
I remember at the
These-
time when season 5 and 6 were airing, it was my least favorite season, just because not a lot of crazy stuff happened. But I still enjoyed it. Like, this was like during season 5 era, before
Yeah,
season
yeah.
6 came out, and then 7. But yeah, then Brienne of Tarth and Jaime are, you know, traveling and all that. It's a lot of like traveling. Like the thing I miss about these seasons was like the characters taking days and days to travel to go from one place to the
Oh,
other.
yes, yes.
Like it really, you did feel it. You know,
Traveling meant something.
it felt like wow. Like Jaime and Brienne were walking for seasons, dude. Like it took them from season 2 to all the way till the end of season 3 for them to get to King's Landing. Like that's crazy. Like 2 seasons just to get from one place to the other.
And then they invented cars.
And they
and
invented
jets.
cars. They started teleporting. But yeah, the battle was cool and all that. Bran's storyline as well. Theon being crazy and evil, like killing all those people in Winterfell. Like that all
Oh, and
happened
of course, Jon Snow up in the north.
up in the north
taking
doing his
the-
thing.
What's it called? What's that group that he's with?
Going with the wildlings.
No, no, no. The
Oh,
before that,
the Night's
before
Watch.
crossing the wall. The Night's Watch. Yes, yes. That's like the worst punishment for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
You take the black cloak, and then you'll be up in the Night's Watch, And the Night's Watch is a bunch of murderous thieves and rapists or whatnot
Yeah. You're pretty
who
much there for the
escape
rest of your
the death
life.
penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're up in the cold, you're just there, isolated from the rest of the world. That's kind of, yeah.
It's so sick, dude. Oh man, it's so good.
Yeah, well, that was great. And of course, the Lannisters, I think, had the best storyline, what was going on with them. And season 3, that's where things get even crazier. Jon, joins the wildlings, and he's doing his journey. And then Daenerys, she goes to, is it Essos? I don't remember where she went, but she goes somewhere. And then that's when she meets Grey Worm and the Unsullied. Her dragons get bigger and larger, and there's that twist moment where it's revealed she understands the language, and then kills that one dude. Marjorie and Joffrey have that relationship, and Marjorie's trying to manipulate Joffrey, and then Robb Stark's making all the wrong choices in this season. Like, oh my gosh, he marries that one lady who is the granddaughter of Charlie Chaplin, apparently. I heard about this.
Wow.
Yeah. That's cool. And then Bran's storyline gets very interesting. He meets Ferb from Phineas and Ferb, and he tells him, you got to go to the Three-Eyed Raven. And I don't quite remember if it's season 4 where they go to the tree, but it might be.
Hodor as well.
And then Hodor. Yeah, Hodor.
Yeah.
He does his thing. And then Arya meets the guy who came back to life, and she meets the Red Lady being like, you're going to take out men with green eyes and blue eyes in the future. Foreshadowing to the ending of Game of Thrones. And then Robb Stark and the Red Wedding. Very sad. Very sad indeed. Very sad.
I was spoiled on that as well.
I didn't get spoiled. I was blown away. I watched it on my old 4x3 TV. That was very sad. And then Theon gets tortured by Ramsay, and it's very sick and twisted. And yeah, season 4, it's, in my opinion, like the best season, I think.
Oh yes,
I think
Tyrion's
this is
trial,
Tyrion's
dude.
trial.
And Joffrey's death, and
It's our
so
introduction to Pablo Pascal. What's his name? Pedro.
good. Yes, yeah, Pedro Pascal. Yeah,
Yeah, we get him in this season. We
Pablo Escobar.
yeah. This was the first time I started watching reaction videos because of his battle with the mountain. I watched like hundreds of reaction videos to that. And yeah, Joffrey and Marjorie get married, and then Joffrey dies in episode 2, and then Tyrion's trial happens, and then twists and turns happen.
The gods decide my fate.
Yeah.
And then we get. Obviously, the gods wanted you to die because
Yeah.
the champion didn't win. It's like, oh god.
Yeah.
And then, what's his name? Helped Tyrion escape his brother.
Tywin Lannister. No, it's Jamie.
Jamie, yeah, helps him escape. And then how does Joffrey thank Jamie? By killing his dad.
Yeah. How does Tyrion thank him? Yeah, that was
so good. I didn't see
on the
that.
toilet. Gosh, that was an insane moment. And then you have all the storyline with Bran. He meets the Three-Eyed Raven, and he's gonna fly. And then Jon returns to Castle Black, and he fights the White Walkers. They have that one episode where it's just Jon Snow and the Night's Watch versus the White Walkers. Crazy episode. And then he meets Stannis in the end of season 4, and then Arya goes off to sea, and then Tyrion goes off to sea. And yeah, like, I remember when I watched that final episode of season 4 where it kind of felt like Game of Thrones, like, its first act ended with season 4 in a way where it's kind of like you're reading a book and you're kind of at the halfway point, and it's like, okay, this is where the story ends in the halfway point. And ironically, this is when the show started to go downhill because season 5 happened.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's kind of like the last of the great seasons of Game of Thrones. Season 5 I still think is a great season, but there is one storyline that I don't like, and it's Jamie and
Sand
Bronn
Snakes.
and the Sand Snakes.
Yeah.
Everything else is great in this season. You know, Stan is kind of failing in this season, and then watching that little girl burn, that was sad. That was hard to watch.
His own daughter, right?
This daughter, yeah, that's it. Then it's Sansa,
And then
Marion
he had
Ramsey.
an off-screen death as well, which was a bit weird. Like you didn't even see him die, but it happened
Yeah.
off-screen. Very weird.
I thought it was meant to, hint out that Brienne never killed him and that he's somewhere
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I thought. I don't know why they gave him an off-screen
But
death.
he never showed up, and so it means that he died.
Yeah. But, that's the season where Tyrion and meets Jorah. They go back to Dany, and I don't know who those people were killing Dany. Those Sons of the Harpy or something like that. Like, that was all intense. Oh, yeah, you had the deaths of, not Grey Worm, it was the other guy. Sir Barristan. Did not see that coming, actually. I was very surprised, because people were saying that he's alive in the books, so I was very shocked by that.
Even the actor was angry with that decision.
Yeah.
Which is funny.
Yeah, that was very surprising. And then, of course, the big one, Jon versus the White Walkers. That was a crazy episode. You know, Jon was just aura. He was just going for it. You know, Jon. Then he gets betrayed.
Was that Battle of Hardhome? Or
Was it
that
Hardhome? Yeah, I
season
think it.
6? I think that was Hardhome in season 5. Yeah.
Yeah, that was season 5. That was a great battle. And then Cersei and the shaming stuff. That was. Oh, you kind of feel bad for Cersei, despite Cersei being an unlikable person. But yeah, that was season 5. And now we've got season 6. And this is the season where I started to feel the decline in the quality a lot, you know. There are some storylines that I liked, which was the Bran storyline. That was great. And the King's
Jon
Landing
Snow.
stuff was good. And of course,
Battle of the
the
Bastards.
Battle of the Bastards was awesome. But Arya's storyline was a little bit anticlimactic. And even Dany's storyline was a bit predictable. You know. But it had some cool twists, you know, Bran being the one who killed Hodor in the end, like going back in time. And then Jon being a Targaryen, not a bastard. That was all really interesting stuff. And of course, Ramsay dying in the end, very satisfying. Fortunately, the last 2 episodes saved this season for me, because I was starting to really get concerned with the quality, but the final 2 episodes of season 6 made me go, oh no, Game of Thrones is back. It's good, it's great. And it didn't last for too long, because season 7 happened, and then, yeah. Not a good season, was it?
No, it was not.
It just sort of fell off a cliff all of a sudden. I don't know what happened.
Did it end in season 7 or was there?
It was season 8. Season 8
Oh
happened.
god, they kept going.
Yeah,
Oh god.
they kept going. So yeah, so season 6 was the first season where they didn't have any more books. So
Yeah.
season 6, 7, and 8 is just bullet points of George's notes.
Well, technically season 5 as well with the Sand Snakes, because I don't think that was
Yeah,
done.
I think
really?
most of season 5 was based on the books, but it's just the Sand Snakes was the only storyline that they changed, I think. Because the
Okay.
final book that George wrote, it ends with Jon Snow dying after being betrayed by the
Right.
Night's Watch.
My Night's Watch.
And that's
yes.
when that book ended, and then he hasn't released a book since. So essentially, you could just watch Game of Thrones up until season 5, or maybe 6, because 6 has a good ending, you know. It's very satisfying. Jon is a hero. He gets acknowledged, becomes King of the North. Dany is finally at her peak with her dragons and all those soldiers. And Cersei is the queen of the 7 kingdoms, essentially. Like, you could kind of see season 6 as an ending in a way.
Oh,
Sort
I
of.
certainly do.
You know.
I certainly
Like,
do.
you
Yeah.
just watch it, Game of Thrones up until season 6, and then you're good to go, you know? Because you have all, like, the big twists and turns revealed, you know? Like, Jon's a Targaryen. He's now King of the North. Like, it's a pretty satisfying ending, you know? It's kind of cool. But then 7 and 8 happen, and it's just, ugh. I found the season to be so underwhelming, you know. It's really bad. And of course, season 8 comes along, and the first 2 episodes weren't that bad, actually. I won't lie. Like, they were just setting us up for what was going to be an interesting season, and then, nope, it falls off a cliff, you know.
Yeah, pretty
It's
bad.
just like rush, like speed running through plot points. And yeah, Bran is the king of the North. And then everyone hated Game of Thrones for like 3 years, and then House of the Dragon came along and blew everyone's minds, you know. Season 1, what did you think of season 1 of House of the Dragon?
Very good. I did get whiplash with the time skip because, like, the first, I think, 3 episodes.
First 5
it
episodes, yeah.
First 5 episodes, it was pre-time skip, and then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, it's like 20 years later, and it all aged up dramatically. I'm like, whoa, that's
I kind of
weird.
just wish it was just 1 episode with the pre-time skip, and then the rest would have been with the main cast. But yeah.
Sorry. I thought it would be season 1 will be like the pre-time skip, and then season 2 would be the time skip. Is what I thought. But no.
But no, it was just massive whiplash, all the aging and all the, you know, the character changes. I got so confused by who was who for a long time.
Right, yeah.
But until the end of season 1, I mean, that's when I was like, okay, I think I understand what's going on. But no
I
doubt.
will say, with all these seasons, the only character that stands out by far is Damon, and you can literally pluck him out and put him into like the earlier seasons of like Game of Thrones, or not early seasons, but like when we talk about Game of Thrones, you can highlight certain characters and say, oh, this character is goated, that character is goated. There's so many characters from the OG Game of Thrones that are goated. And with House of the Dragons, there's only one character really. You could say that character's goated, and it's Daemon.
I would say like,
Like I put him up there with Jon
who was
Snow, Tyrion, Jaime Lannister, Cersei.
who was the main Hightower guy who got, that dude was also kind of like classic Game of Thrones, you know. I forgot his name.
He's still alive, right?
I don't know.
Is he the one that slept with?
What's his name?
The
Hightower.
Queen.
Hightower man. Oh, Otto Hightower. That's it.
Oh, Otto. Yeah,
That's
Otto's
it.
okay, but he disappears in
Yeah.
season 2.
He does.
So I would have him there, but yeah, he's very classic vibes. Yeah,
Yeah.
him and the cripple dude. are classic
Yeah, they
Game of
do
Thrones.
give me classic Game of
But
Thrones.
they're not like. What's his name? That guy from Game of Thrones, the Whisper dude.
Oh, the
Those
spider,
Weasley little
Varys.
characters. Varys, and then the other one who's like, oh, this is a game of ladders or something. You know who I'm talking about? And then in season 7, he was killed by Arya for whatever reason.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, that guy. Forgot the name.
So, but these characters are massive, right? They you know, in House of Dragons, these Weasley characters are okay, but they're not on the same standard as like OG Game of
Yeah.
Thrones.
But season 2 for House of the Dragon was a bit of a letdown.
It started off so well.
Yeah.
It started off. Oh, dude, the first 3 episodes I think were amazing.
Might be the
Like, 3
first
or 4
4
episodes.
actually, because I think the 4th one was when the queen, this lady, fell off her dragon. Yeah.
Yeah,
could
first
be.
4 episodes were insane.
Mhm.
And then we lose the plot.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I genuinely don't know what happened. It just. Wow.
It did feel like maybe they were changing things from the books, you know. Because someone online did
It's
say,
like.
yeah,
It's like war's coming. War's coming is what what was the like advertisements, the promos, like war was coming between House and Green, like which side are you gonna choose? And then
Yeah.
none of it happened in that
Nothing
episode.
happened.
None of it happened.
It was very boring.
And then you'd see Princess Rhaenyra and the other one like meeting each other back in King's Landing and back in here, like back and forth. How are they
Yeah.
doing that? How are they teleporting
Just
to each
teleporting.
other so quickly? It's ridiculous. And then just what? And then the last two episodes of season 2 were like deleted from this season and added on to
Yeah,
season 3.
that was weird.
Just-
So season 3, the first 2 episodes, that should have been the finale of season 2.
that would have made more sense to be included.
Because the way
Then-
season, yeah, that should have.
Also, though, I think it's okay because the real season 3, episode 1, was a bit on its own is a bit boring, but because we had those first 2 episodes, it made that it's the real season 3, episode 1 episode that much more better. Where Rhaenyra is like trying to fix King's Landing and stuff like that from her POV. That was pretty solid and so good.
So episode 1 of this new season was it was basically Rhaenyra being like, I'm not going to use my son to go and fight, and the son's like, no, I want to fight. Then he ends up disobeying her, and then he goes off to fight, and then he dies. Did not see that coming at all. I was very surprised
Yeah.
by that.
It was like, I think Rhaenyra wanted to go to the battlefield because they needed her dragon, and then the son was like, no, I'm going instead. I'll go instead.
It was very classic Game of Thrones when it came to subverting my expectations. Because I did think this guy was going to be like a big deal. I thought he was. But no.
Nah, anyone that... I mean, technically they all die because this is an old show.
Mm-hmm.
And it's happened in the past. There was a weird moment between the one-eyed guy and his mum. That was weird.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That
Remember
was,
that in
yeah,
episode
I
one?
did not like that at all.
And that's not in the books either. So it's like something the showrunners added in, which is weird.
I don't know why. It doesn't do anything for the plot.
It literally does nothing whatsoever.
Such a pointless scene. Oh, and then there's the daughter of Daemon. So after episode 1, I think her dragon accidentally kills.
She was the reason why Jace died.
Yeah,
'cause
that
he
Jace
knocked that
died.
dragon over or whatnot.
Hmm. She doesn't have control over it. So
Yeah.
she goes off to an island and is just sort of living a homeless life. She can't go back because if she does, she'll be executed.
Yeah,
For what she
rightly
did.
So. She's trying to tame a dragon that's like mentally damaged or whatnot, like
Mhm.
mentally not there. And like Damon's like that dragon, and he's an expert with dragons. He's literally an expert in almost everything, but he's like chaotically evil. He's an evil character, and he's like, this dragon cannot be reasoned with. It's not rideable. It's not. It's just not there in the head, essentially. But see, his daughter just somehow made a bond with it, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. Crazy stuff. But I'm
Yeah.
happy to see Damon back on the show because like he is the devil that's in Rhaenyra's ear.
Yeah.
But he is such a good character, dude. He is awesome. He is the best Lannister we've ever seen. No, sorry. He's the best Targaryen.
Targaryen.
Sorry. Best Targaryen, like way better than Daenerys. Way better, dude. He is just awesome.
I mean, I did like Daenerys up until a certain point. But
Yeah, yeah. No,
yeah,
of
he
course,
is a
yeah.
very interesting character. He's more... I think Daenerys was very much what you see is what you got, whereas Daemon is very unpredictable.
But dude, you think like, oh, he's redeeming himself, he's doing something good, and then no, he's just gonna just kill this sheep herder,
Yeah.
and then pretend he was this guy that's riding. What? This guy, he is evil, dude. He
Yeah,
is. It's awesome.
he's a sick son of a gun.
He's so unpredictable. I like it. It's good.
But yeah, yeah, the first two episodes were really good. And then it ends
Which I'm
with
happy. I am happy. I'm these first two episodes. I'm happy they didn't include it in season 2 and stuck it on with season 3, because again, it helps that third episode
yeah,
where Rhaenyra is running around in King's Landing like, how do I fix this? Or we need more rat catchers, but we've got no money and all this stuff. The crowd, so many good stuff. And then
yep,
we hear, and at the beginning of episode 3, Damon is asking for demands to the Greens, that guy, whatever his name was, and then he's like, "Yeah, here, take
oh the
um,
boy,
the boy, yeah, this fake boy." Like dude, it's so good. Like even though these people have dragons, he's willing to risk it all by giving this fake dude or whatnot, pretending to be like the prince.
yep,
Amazing. And Damon's like, yeah, let's just kill this kid. Damon's like, yeah, well, we don't want this kid to grow up to be the king or the rightful heir. We should just
yeah,
kill him.
just get him,
Dude,
get rid
it's
of him.
awesome. This show is just awesome.
So
I'm
crafty.
surprised he doesn't want to be king, because he literally, if Rhaenyra dies and all her heir dies, he would be king technically.
I'm guessing he just wants to be free and just roam. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I think that's sort of
But
what
also,
he
he
wants.
loves his brother so much, so, and his brother was the king, and he believes that he, the king, appointed Rhaenyra as the rightful queen. So he's not going to go against that.
No, no. I like the ending of episode 2 where, is it 3 or 2, where Rhaenyra's like, oh, this isn't your son. Then who was he?
That was episode 4 or 3. That
Yeah.
was episode 4. That was 4.
Because in episode 4, I do remember it ends with
The end
that
of episode
high
3.
tower guy killing that one dude on the street who was, you know, because he saved him earlier on and then he brought
No,
him
it
back.
happens in episode 4, because episode 3 ends with finding out that one of the what's called House Black is what they called. One of their cities was like taken under siege by the Hightower people, like
Oh, yeah.
the Hightower family. What are they called? What's his? I can't remember his name, but the performance is amazing. It's like they're just poking the bear constantly, and then it's just, yeah, that's how it ends. And in episode 4, we find out that this kid isn't who they say they are.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, we're just playing them for a. No, wait, no, it did happen in episode 3. I'm sorry, man. It's all over the place. It does happen in episode 3.
Yeah, because I think episode 4 is the recent one where it's the high tower man and the other kid.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And I forgot about Otto. Like, Rhaenyra kills him. Like, whoa, that was...
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That happens so suddenly. They just take over King's Landing just so suddenly. Just them two. Like the plan is, we're just gonna lower it. I don't. Cause when I started watching episode 1, I was so confused. Like, when did this plan happen? When did they say you could come into King's Landing freely and we won't be hostile to you? They don't have phones. They don't have walkie-talkies. When did this happen? I'm so confused.
I think it's because
And
the people at King's Landing
happened in
still...
season 2.
Then they still support Rhaenyra's father. Like, that's sort of what I got the vibe of. That
No,
they're just...
no. So this was a meeting that would have happened in season 2.
Oh, okay.
When they were teleporting back and forth to each other, a conversation must have happened where, like, okay, you could come into King's Landing. I'm going to try and get my kids to fly away from King's Landing, and then you can take over, and then you can rule as queen. Is what the plan was, apparently.
Interesting.
I think, but I don't remember that happening at all. But that's
Yeah,
what
me
they were,
too.
that's what they're alluding to.
Okay. Okay. I didn't really remember that, but yeah, okay.
I don't.
But
I don't know.
yeah, I don't remember that one. But yeah, episode 4. Yeah, yeah. It wasn't as interesting as the other episodes, but it was still good. It ended off really interesting. We got a new villain. I'm assuming that
I
dude.
was disappointed, to be honest with you, because I thought this villain, I thought there was going to be some dimensions to him, like he's going to be like some grey character. It's because it started with him being evil, right? It started with him being a bad dude,
Yeah,
technically. And then later on in the episode, we found out one of his guards like assaulted a woman or whatnot.
yeah,
And then what he done was like he didn't defend his guard or whatnot. He said, "Oh, we're gonna break your arm because you broke this guy's arm." And then that like got me interested in this character. Like, oh, he is morally grey. He isn't like some cartoonishly evil character or whatnot. And then we get to the end of the episode and like, oh no, he is cartoonishly evil. We're just gonna kill this guy. Okay, cool. It's just what?
yeah,
J- yeah. So yeah, there's like another trope, just like a cartoonishly evil person.
yeah. It is. But yeah, I guess I don't have much to say on this episode. I think it was the episode where Rhaenyra doesn't give Corlys what he wants, and he gets angry. And I think it was this episode. I couldn't be certain.
Yeah, the names he wanted his son because his son's
'Cause,
a bastard.
yeah,
so
he wanted them to be
named after
named after him.
Yeah, but instead she named them Hull. Hull.
Whole.
Hull. 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 Hull.
Yeah, it is pretty hypocritical because she does have, like, the whole of season
Jace.
1 was pretty much
Yeah,
about her
kid's
kids
bastard.
being bastards. Yeah.
Jace and another person.
But they're both dead now. They're both gone.
Oh. Oh, hallelujah.
Oh dear. And what else happened? What else happened in this episode? Oh, Aegon the King and that spider whisperer guy. They're like on the run and doing their thing.
And yeah, he's forced to work in the toilets and stuff.
Yeah. He's now starting to see what it's like to be one of the common folk. But no, House of the Dragon, it's been good so far, I do wonder if if episodes 1 and 2 and 3 were just the only like really hype episodes. I don't know, episode 4 was good, but it wasn't as great as the other ones. But I am hoping it's going to be cool going forward.
Yeah, because after episode 4, it dropped with season 2. I'm hoping this keeps the steam.
I hope so. But yeah, that is House of the Dragon. Next up, of course, I did see the Odyssey movie, which is the new Christopher Nolan movie. Have you seen it?
Nice. So, okay, I'm going to be honest with you, and I'm going to get hate for this, but I'm not the biggest Christopher Nolan fan. Like, I didn't like Interstellar.
Oh,
I hear bad things about...
that's a controversial take.
I know. I hear bad things about Tenet. I haven't seen Oppenheimer. Dunkirk, I haven't seen either. Odyssey, I wasn't interested in, to be honest with you. But let's see if you can change my mind. Let's see.
So, Christopher Nolan, like, I think, unlike you, I did like Interstellar. I haven't seen it in many years, but from what I remember, I thought it was my favorite at the time of the Nolan movies. I like that twisty moment at the end with, is it Matthew McConaughey? Is he in that movie?
McConaughey.
Yeah.
All right.
that dude, like his
With
daughter
the
at the end. I liked
time
all of
skip.
that. That was very twisty. I liked all of that. But honestly, just like you, except for the Dark Knight trilogy, and even then, like, I'm talking about the first two movies in that trilogy.
Yeah,
Apart
of
from the
course, yeah.
first two Batman trilogy movies and Interstellar, I'm not the biggest Nolan fan as well. I appreciate the spectacle, but whenever I watch these movies, I'm like, they're cool, but I don't know. I'm not as into them, you know, as most people. Like Inception, I never really liked that movie, and people love that film. Like Inception with Leonardo DiCaprio. And then there's Memento. Is it Memento or is it the
So for
Prestige?
me, I do like The Prestige and I do like Inception. I haven't seen Memento,
I
but these
haven't. Yeah.
films I do like, but it's after them, like
Okay.
after Inception was Interstellar, and then Interstellar wasn't good.
Because I thought they were all okay, but not great in my opinion. I think like
Right. Okay. Okay.
Interstellar was really the only great movie, and even The Dark Knight and Batman Begins. I think Batman Begins is my favorite of the Nolan movies.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so far. But then we got Tenant. Did not like that movie at all. Dunkirk, thought it was boring, and Oppenheimer. First half was pretty good. Second half was painfully boring. Painfully boring. After the nuke happens, it's a boring movie, you know, in my opinion.
Okay.
And so we're here in Odyssey land, and honestly, I didn't really hear much about like all the promotion. Like the promotion was happening, but there was a lot of controversy, but I didn't pay much attention to it. I just every time people were saying something, I just sort
Controversy
of
is so
I just
stupid.
sort of
It's
turned my
still-
brain off and just sort of kept scrolling.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
I did
yeah.
that because I didn't want to let the controversy cloud my judgment of the film. So I
Okay,
just sort
okay,
of watched it
nice.
for what it was. And I've watched the movie, and like, again, I haven't seen all the Nolan movies in a long time, but honestly, this might be one of his best movies, if I'm going to be honest, you know.
Ah.
Like,
Okay.
if we are
Okay,
excluding
okay.
the Batman movies, this might actually, this is my opinion, this might be his best movie, excluding The Dark Knight, in my opinion.
Holy.
Yeah. Like, if, you know, we're just talking about House of the Dragon. If you're into that, then this is kind of what this is. But it's a bit more straightforward than House of the Dragon. It's more, you know, it's kind of hard to explain, you know. But if you like that vibe, you know, then you're gonna like this film, you know. It's an experience, you know. It's an experience. It's one of those movies that I don't want to tell you too much of the plot, but at the same time, it's like if you've seen the trailer, then you probably kind of know what it's about. I think all the actors did a good job. Matt Damon is shockingly great in this film. Like, did not expect him to be that good. Also, surprise character in this film. His name is Himish Patel, who played Tamwa Masood in EastEnders.
Yeah,
He
EastEnders,
was
yeah.
awesome in this film. I liked him. Tamwa did a good job. Anne Hathaway's character was also great. Even Tom Holland's character was good, you know. Yeah, it was a great film. Like, I think I gave it a 9 out of 10 on IMDb.
Nice. No, because you're not the only one saying it's Nolan's best work, you know.
Yeah,
A
like
lot of people are
a
saying
lot of
it.
people
A
are saying
lot
it
of
as well. Yeah, I'm seeing it now. Like, after I watched the movie, I watched a lot of reviews. Everyone's giving it praise. I think it
Did
might.
you watch it in IMAX?
I watched it in X Plus, which is Super Screen Dolby. It's a Dolby screening. So no.
Is that the one? Oh, okay.
So the whole
okay.
IMAX controversy is just very it's weird because it's like, I've seen IMAX movies, and I'm gonna be honest, they don't really, I mean, it's cool seeing the full frame, but it doesn't change your feeling on the movie, you know. But I will say it is always best to watch it in the cinema. Like the screen we watched it in was very wide, like a widescreen. It was very wide, so
Yeah.
I thought it was great. It was even a
Okay.
curved screen. It was kind of curved a little bit, which was nice. A bit more immersive. I actually might go back and rewatch this film just because I liked it so much. Now that I
IMAX
know,
this time, or
sorry, IMAX. Oh, there's no
Yeah,
IMAX
yeah.
screens in Nottingham. I mean, the place we live in.
in our theatre,
Yeah, in our theatre.
and the other one in the city centre.
I don't think that's an IMAX. That's it's like IMAX equivalent. It's like you've got the standard rooms, then you've got like the X Plus rooms, then you have the Limax, and then you have IMAX.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I watched was the one above the standard, and it was great. Like the sound was so loud.
Another question I have is, how is the story? Because this is the Odyssey, and the Odyssey is quite confusing because it's based off a poem by Homer, not Homer Simpson, but.
So so I'm gonna be honest. I've never even seen or read the Odyssey before. So this was my first time sort of watching it. Like, I just sort of watched it for what it was, and I thought it was great. I thought the story was really good. You know, like it
So
was
do you
very
think-
engaging.
Do you think Christopher Nolan's best work is when he's adapting a story or creating his own story?
Interstellar is his own story, isn't it? And I think
don't
that,
like
and I
Interstellar.
really like that one. So, but it's been years ago, so I don't know how I feel about it now. But excluding Interstellar, a lot of his original movies are kind of okay. But then the ones that I do like are adaptations of something, like Batman Begins and Dark Knight and Odyssey. So I think so. Like maybe when he has that like extra leeway, he's able to take an existing source material and turn it into his own. And he creates absolute cinema. Like this film is cinema. This movie will make you want to go and watch more movies. You know, it's just so grand. You know, like I'm actually thinking of watching it on Monday again.
Fair enough.
Yeah, just because of how cool it was.
Nice.
But yeah,
Yeah, I'm interested.
yeah.
It piqued my interest now. I can't
Honestly,
lie.
if you are
It's-
going to
yeah.
see it, you need to see it in the cinemas because that is like, that's the best place to watch it. You know,
Yeah, fair enough.
whatever cinema room you watch it in, it has to be a cinema experience.
I might. Yeah, I might. I generally might. How long is this film?
2 hours and 54 minutes.
Nearly 3 hours.
Yeah, pretty much
You know
3
I'm gonna
hours.
fall asleep. You know I'm gonna fall asleep.
One positive about this is that despite this movie being almost 3 hours long, the pacing is really good. It doesn't feel like a 3 hour movie. It feels very like clean
It's
and
like
snappy.
ASMR, dude. It's comfy seats, especially our theatre, comfy seats, and you can recline on them. Oh,
Yeah.
dear. And then like the sound and the ASMR, it's a dark room, dude. That's a recipe for disaster.
But it's so loud, you're not going to be able to like, you know, fall asleep to it.
Hopefully,
You're going to be
hopefully.
startled awake. But no, I recommend you watching it in the best screen possible. The best one is probably X Plus. Like, that's the best in the place we live in. That is like IMAX equivalent, essentially.
Okay.
Because the screen is gigantic. You see a lot of the frame. It's great. But yeah, that is The Odyssey. 9 out of 10 movie. It might be one of my favorite films of the year. But we gotta wait and see until Aang, The Last Airbender, and Spider-Man come out this month for me to make that judgment.
Yeah. And then even past that, Dune 3 and Avengers Doomsday.
Doomsday as well.
Which tickets for Avengers Doomsday come out on the 20th as well.
Yeah, I think so. Did you get tickets
We
for
book it?
Spider-Man?
I did get Spider-Man, yeah,
Oh,
on
what
that
day?
time you said 5:45.
Nice.
Same day,
Same day. Awesome, awesome,
29th.
awesome. That's cool. That's cool. It's best to watch it on the day it comes out so you don't get spoilers. But yeah, when the tickets come
Yeah,
out, like, yeah, you should book it on the same day.
yeah.
Let me have a look. They're not out yet. No, they're not. It's tomorrow, the 20th. But yeah, Odyssey, I highly recommend you watching it as soon as possible. That's a great film.
Okay, I'll
Um,
find a way
find a way.
to get tickets in cinemas. Yeah.
Nice. But also in news, the Batman Part 2 has been delayed again.
Which is crazy. Which is insane. How many times has this been
It's
delayed
like
now?
3 or 4 times now.
And it's not even going to be in the DCU, sorry. So what is the point?
I'm going to be honest. I don't really care. I'm just not the biggest
Yeah,
DC fan.
it's gotten to the point where it's just like this film's not needed anymore.
Yeah. It's just like, even when I watched the first movie, it was good, but it just felt like more or less like The Dark Knight, you know? It didn't really feel
Yep.
much. I didn't feel like I was watching something new. It just felt like The Dark Knight 4, essentially. That's what I called it. Yeah, I don't really care that much for the DC properties, you know, as much. Like, I care more about Marvel. Like, that's where I'm at, you know. Spider-Man, Avengers, Spider-Verse, X-Men. Like, that's what I'm
A lot
at.
of people agree with you because look how much estimated box office Spider-Man might bring in.
I know, like, the box office is
Like 200
crazy.
million or something. Just ridiculous numbers.
Damn, that's a huge box office. One of the biggest openings for a movie this decade. Damn. Spider-Man is going to go crazy.
And this is a long film as well, right? This is like 2 hours and something.
I hope it's long, because I want to consume as much
Tom
Spider-Man
Holland
content.
did say a spoiler about this film.
I
And
don't.
I'm very annoyed.
Damn.
Very annoyed. It's like, why
Damn.
would you say such a thing?
Tom
Why would
Holland.
you say that, Tom? Ugh.
Damn it, Tom.
It's in the documentary, by the way. So just be
Okay, I
careful.
won't watch the documentary then.
Don't watch the documentary. Yeah, that's how I got spoiled because I was watching a documentary. Shut Tom, you. Why would he say that? Why would he say that?
But this is the first year since 2019 when the box office in total has passed 10 billion. And it's been because of all these big movies like Mario, Michael, Toy Story 5, you know, all these big movies, you know. Cinema is back, you know. Cinema is
Yeah,
back.
100%.
And of course, Obsessions and Backrooms as well, which are also doing well.
I did hear controversy with A24 though about them wanting to incorporate a lot more AI, which is like not a thing you want to hear, especially from
No,
that company.
you don't. That's very discouraging and not good
Yeah.
to hear. But yeah, have you seen those two movies yet?
I've seen Backrooms.
Okay.
Backrooms. I've not seen the other one.
Obsession.
Obsession. I've not seen that yet.
Oh, did you like Backrooms or?
I love Backrooms.
Oh,
Backrooms
nice.
is awesome.
Nice, nice, nice.
Backrooms was very unexpected,
Oh yeah.
but very fun at the same time. A lot of jump scares as well, man, which is very cheap.
Yeah. Modern movies do that a lot. Yeah, it was a good film, you know. I think my experience was ruined because people kept talking in the cinemas, but apart from that, it was a really good film.
Yeah, Obsessions. That's out on digital. I think that'll be the next one I'll watch.
Nice, nice, nice.
But I think I've already been spoiled with a lot of stuff that I've seen because there's been a lot of memes that I've seen,
Oh
which is
yeah,
annoying.
it's a lot of
But
that.
it is what it is.
Is what it is. But yeah, damn, we are halfway into the year now, I think. You know.
Which is insane because GTA 6 is in November, which
Yeah,
is
I
also where Doomsday is, and
yeah.
June 3.
I was thinking of buying a PS5 for it, but unless I find one that's under £190, then probably not.
Impossible.
Yeah, then I'm not gonna buy it. If I can't find one that's under 190, then I'm not buying it.
There's one for 380.
Nah, that's too much.
Too much.
I'd
Yeah.
rather spend that on food.
Yeah, dude, most of my money's gone to food. It's
Yeah.
not good.
It's just nah. And plus, even when I was gaming, I wasn't gaming a lot. I just sort of played it passingly, you know. So I feel like it's for people who are really into it, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and plus I don't have the time. I've got all these different things to watch and do, you
That's
know.
another thing. It's a hobby, right?
Yeah.
If your hobby is movies and TV shows, anime, then you're not gonna have time for gaming.
Yeah, it's pretty much impossible, you know. Like I'm in the middle of JoJo, then I gotta watch Yu-Gi-Oh, then I've gotta what else am I watching? I was watching this weird anime on Netflix called Chainsmoker Cat. It's kind of weird. You know, they had like 2 episodes out and people were talking about it, and I watched it and I'm like, this might be one of the most disgusting shows I've ever seen. It is like foul.
no.
It is like crude humor, crude jokes, you know. It's a very
Anime?
crude show. Yeah, it's an anime. Yeah. Like in like the first minute or two, you're gonna be thrown off. In fact, it caused a lot of controversy online in Japan. Many people didn't like it because it was very disgusting to watch.
What the heck?
Yeah.
Is it like an edgy show?
Edgy in what sense? Like,
Well, you know how like a Chainsaw Man, I guess.
oh yeah, so it's got like fan servicey moments, but also it's got a lot of like toilet jokes and toilet humor, and
Oh, do you actually see the poo?
yeah,
Oh, okay. I might pass.
yeah, I don't recommend it. I might even drop it as well because people were talking about it, and I'm like, oh, let me see what this is about. And I thought it was gonna be like a twisty show the way people were talking about it, but no, it's just gross humor. It's just yeah. And what else did I see on Netflix? I saw Silver. You know that 90s movie, this really old film.
Silver.
I think it's called Silver. 1993. Yeah, it's this one.
No,
It's a film.
don't think so.
It's like a horror thriller movie where this guy has. It's like kind of like a mystery. Like things are happening around this one girl. She falls in love with this guy, but then that's a spoiler. I won't say that. Basically, someone in the movie is recording other people, and they don't know who it is, and then it's kind of a creepy movie, but there's a lot of like X-rated scenes in it, which I wasn't expecting. You know, it was in the horror category. Sliver, that's it,
Sliver.
not Silver. I thought it was Silver. I mispronounced it. Sliver, that's it.
Sharon Stone. Okay.
I have no idea who that is. I just
A big female actress.
okay, probably from like the 90s because I've never seen her in a lot. But yeah, that was another interesting film that I saw. But again, a surprisingly amount of X-rated scenes in it, which I wasn't expecting. But get past all of that, it's a good story, you know. It's a
Okay.
good story. What else did I
I'm
see?
surprised you watch horror films.
Oh yeah, like ever since Obsession, I've been watching a lot of these horror movies.
Okay.
Even the
Okay,
Scream
okay, I like
movies
it.
that I liked.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, the Scream films I liked. I wanted to watch the Evil Dead films, but I need to watch the older ones now. What else have I seen? Honestly, I think that's about it. I think that's all the films and shows I've seen. Oh
For
yeah, sorry, what were we gonna
myself,
say?
I've not been watching much, but I've been playing a game that has been ported onto the PS5. Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2, a 2011 game.
I've heard of this one. Like all the kids in school used to like it.
Yep, yep. It's very nostalgic, dude. Very nostalgic. Very timely as well. It looks exactly how you remember it. So
Nice.
so it feels very outdated
Yeah.
and not modern at all. But it's fun.
I don't know. It's kind of new to me. I guess because I don't. Okay, this scene doesn't look that clean.
It's like it's 1080p, and most modern games are now 4K.
Oh yeah. Honestly, I can't tell the difference between 1080 and 4K resolution. It just all looks like HD to
It
me.
depends on your monitor
Yeah, your screen size, I
resolution.
think.
Yeah.
Black
Yeah,
Ops
the
1,
one
Black Ops
thing,
2.
so Black Ops 2, there's a multiplayer aspect where players can create their own emblem, and that is terrible because you're just seeing a lot of swastikas and a lot of racist shit on there. And yeah, it's dumb. It's so dumb.
Damn. Gosh. Sounds like an edgy type of game.
Yeah, very edgy. It's just specifically Black Ops 2. It's like more people are spending time in the emblem creation than actually playing the game. I genuinely don't know why they didn't remove it before bringing these games back onto modern hardware.
Gosh.
Baffles me. Absolutely baffles me.
That's crazy. But yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Awesome, awesome. But yeah, I feel like that's all the topics we've done in the podcast. I think that's it.
Nice.
3 hours and 11 minutes long. That's crazy. So hopefully next week I should finally watch the Unbreakable film that you've been
Oh yes, dude,
finally.
yes.
Like I got it on DVD right here. Like you can even
Nice.
hear it right now. It's got 2 discs. You've got 1 movie disc
Oh,
and a bonus feature disc. So that's cool.
interesting. Nice.
I had no idea it's made by the Sixth Sense guy. It says on the cover.
M. Night Shyamalan,
Yeah,
dude.
by the director
M.
of
Night
him.
Shyamalan, yeah.
So I'll probably watch that tonight. And of course, I'm
Okay.
going to catch up on Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll be watching that. And
Nice.
hopefully you catch up on the Metal Masters. Metal
Oh,
Masters.
absolutely. I'm so curious. I have no idea which direction they're gonna go, dude. No idea.
Yeah. I've been holding my tongue, but I highly recommend you finishing it. That's all I'll say.
Okay.
Awesome, awesome. Cool, dude. Well, hopefully I'll see you next week,
Awesome. Yeah,
Saturday.
hopefully no
Or
stupid